Jacob.
Are you muted, Jacob?
No, can you hear me?
I can hear you
can
now.
Didn't.
Yeah, I was saying, well, I did say my name, but
Okay.
No, you didn't. No, nobody heard it if you did.
that's whatever.
It's
Neither here nor
important. That's how we start these. We're going to do it again till you get it right. Roll call.
there. Jacob.
Nick.
Hiya.
Ryan.
And Steven.
There it is.
Perfect.
No joy.
Spirited. Alright, guys, welcome to Tyranny of Dragons, The Lost and Found, episode 25. I believe, correct? Yes, episode 25. So, the last time we left the Lost and Found, they found themselves in the middle of a prison break, being spearheaded by Captain Walhorrow and a notorious Moonsea pirates. They had a fight with an abyssal minotaur in the middle of a burning jail. And what a fight it was. People got used as weapons at some point. People were getting gored, falling down holes. Things were lighting on fire. During all this, then there's a hostage negotiation taking place downstairs. It's a crazy time for everybody involved. But the party was victorious first against their battle against Captain Walhorrow. I believe. Who got the killing blow on that one? Is that you?
Me.
The killing blow given by Reyn. As Alder and the party began to descend all the way to the bottom floor, they saw Lorg Broken Jaw holding Bevik, one of the Grimshackle brothers, hostage for the release of Ratheen Hall, which, would you believe, the party had already released. There are some choice words had in between, and really the party realized, yeah, these guys are private prison sellers. They sell people. You know, these guys are kind of the worst, and they are. So the party was like, let's do this. So throats were cut, a whole person was thrown, and you apprehended Lord Brokenjaw and was able to release the 17 prisoners inside Grimshackle Jail. The party discovered kind of the halfling horde of one of the Grimshackle brothers, learned that Lorg had been paid by the Grey Patriots to bust out Ratheen Hall, who had already pretty much come over to your guys' side at that point. And you were all able to luckily get out of the jail with your newfound friends isn't the right word, newfound acquaintances and goods, including a headband of intelligence, aka the brain cell, before the top 2 stories of the jail collapsed into the Stojnow River. The party went to go collect their horses, but in their very well-intentioned way of freeing all these people from a private prison, not all those people were kind-hearted in return, and absconded away with the party's horses that they were currently renting.
Yeah.
The Greenhawks was able to spot, it appeared their 2 lookouts from the Grey Patriots had been watching the scene unfurl and seeing Lorg in manacles and Ratheen Hall behind you guys, began to dash off towards the west, towards what the party assumes is going to be King's Pyre. The party made their way back down to Phlan, quickly saw, had a discussion about what to do with Ratheen and Lorg and about what was needed to get to King's Pyre and confront Sahnd Krulek and see what's going on between the Claws of Tiamat and the Grey Patriots. So a decision was met. Ratheen, of course, as long as she didn't have to go into Phlan, being wanted for assassination, was happy to help. And Lorg, after a payment of 50 gold, was hired to your services instead of being turned over. And tried for not just attempted, but successful murder. They, Gelt, Çiaran, and the two newcomers spent the night in a fey tree that the party had helped early on in their adventures, ate an entire stag in one sitting, while Alder and Reyn returned back, got some news from Philistrum Wondercondoodle, was able to contact Lila and get her set up on the job, saw that the barn is getting closer and closer to completion, Although it did put Reyn in a bit of a panic, hearing that there were men working outside, but confirmed that they are currently hired to do said work. So Lila got right down to business to defeat the Huns, and the Huns being your guys' paperwork, and got you guys all set up. During this time, Reyn saw that someone had taken up residence in his cousin's house and met Dornow Whitebeard, a member of the Lord's Alliance and captain of the Gilded Trophy. After some good conversation, a deal was struck up for 24 gold pieces to take the party down to King's Pyre and, of course, sail them back to Phlan once the fight is over. You all met the next day, picked up at the ruins of the Crossing Wind Inn, hopped on to the Gilded Trophy, and began your 14-hour journey towards King's Pyre. During this time, you guys will have the chance to take a long rest. I know you guys just had one, but there is enough, it's a 14-hour journey. Luckily, this is a whole crew, so you are not needed to perform any extra duties. If anything, the vast majority of you guys are rather inexperienced with sea vehicles and find that you're most likely going to get in the way of these sailors more than assist. So during this 14 hours, if there's anything you guys would like to discuss, the thing about sea travel, even on the Moon Sea, is, for the most part, very boring.
Before a long rest, I'd like to do a quick beast sense just so Çiaran can get a nice visual of the coastline, like just for her own kind of mind.
Yeah, it is easy enough to do. Greenhawks is kind of perched at the top of the ship, occasionally darts down, grabs what appears to be a rat or some other small vermin. And you get an idea. You can see that the coastline by the Iron Route is rather treacherous. They're pretty steep cliffs going through. You can see how it takes a much more windy path. Greenhawks can only go so far without you, but every now and then you send Greenhawks out, takes a look around, grabs some small vermin along the coast. So you have a pretty good idea. The Iron Route does go inland more.
What she tries to do is, whenever Greenhawks dives down to get something, she tries to map that small area in as high detail as she can, because she knows she's bad at small spaces.
Go ahead and roll me, with proficiency, some cartographer tools. See how you're doing.
Really bad. 7.
It's irritating because when you see with Greenhawk's eyes, he has the eyes of a Bloodhawk, so they're in incredibly high definition. You're like, I can see it, but your hands just has not quite gotten to the recreation of hawk-like vision.
Yeah,
it's a good exercise.
I'm trying to double task, looking through his eyes while drawing at the same time, and it's garbage. It looks like hot garbage.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to pull off, but you're like, there's only one way to get better at it, and that's to do it. So that eats up plenty of time. It's a rather it's not the longest journey by sea, short compared to some voyages, but 14 hours on ship is still 14 hours on ship. If anything, none of you guys are really sea travel people, I believe, if that's correct.
Nope.
No.
Everybody go ahead and roll me Constitution. Saving throw.
Yeah.
It is the Moon Sea.
Okay.
Saving, you said?
Uh-huh.
That's a 17 for Çiaran.
17 for Çiaran.
Ooh.
13 for Alder.
13 for
17
Alder.
for me.
17 for Gelt.
Yep.
22 for Reyn.
Yeah, all of you guys, all together, you've been on only small boats, rowboats, long boats at best, but the Gilded Trophy is an actual sailing ship. And it's quite nice. You guys find that you're older, there's a little bit where it's like, I'm a fire genasi in the middle of a lot of water right now. And the swaying kind of throws you off. You're like, oh, this would be terrible to try to transcribe spells in. It like rolls kind of side to side, and it's like, I don't trust this much. But you're able to keep it all down. You know, you don't lose any breakfast, and you're like, all right, it's not the worst thing ever. The rest of you guys are like, oh, this is quite nice. Be like, wow, this is way easier than horseback, going that same distance.
Absolutely.
Especially you, Reyn, you're like, I don't know. You're like, I don't know what Rold is talking about. Sea travel? Sea travel suits you just fine.
There are many ways that my cousin and I are similar, but there are stark differences between us. Namely the blue skin, but, we'll roll over that right now.
You know, the blue skin, the beard, the love of sea travel, one's a Lord Alliance,
I am in too many guilds, I'll just say at this point.
You're actually just becoming a water genasi secretly.
Stop.
How did you figure out my water genasi puzzle? God. Come on, Ryan. It's supposed to be the big reveal later.
At some point he might use that as like a deception, because it's a pretty easy one to do considering how different from dwarves he is now.
Well, now you've spoiled it. You guys are all eventually going to turn into a genasi of each type, but now we got to do something different, with Sierra being an earth genasi and Gelt being an air genasi.
Fuck.
Damn it, guys.
I mean, we're... Continue. Sorry.
So, it goes from, by the time you guys make the vast majority of the journey, it is evening. At this point, it's been 10 days. The moon is out and about, casting its, bright moonlight across the moon sea. It's eerie, but also beautiful, as the moon sea often is during kind of this time, especially you guys being out on the water sailing instead of just looking out towards it. Fog has started to roll in rather heavily, and as you guys approach around 2 in the morning, Dornell kind of if any of you guys are sleeping, kind of wakes you up. If you've been, kind of gets you all together and points out that as the fog swirls aside, it begins to reveal the effigy of a king carved into the stone of the cliff face, a full 80 feet tall from toe to crown, seated on a rocky ledge overlooking the sea. Trees sprout from the statue's lap, moss clings to its weathered surfaces, and its right hand grasps an enormous goblets. You can see that there are tumbling waterfalls that kind of flank the statue on both sides. It's bathing its body in this kind of glistening spray that you can see briefly illuminated between the fog in the moonlight. You see structures of various degrees of permanency surrounding the statue, coils of smoke winding lazily through the misty air, and you are seeing kind of if we want to go and look at the King's Pyre map that I placed earlier, you get to see kind of the general outlook of it. And Dornell shows you out. Well, welcome to King's Pyre.
Thank you very much, Captain. Good. Honestly, good that we got here this early in the morning, I suppose.
It's like 2 at night. It's very deep into the evening.
Mm-hmm. Or very early in the morning, depending on perspective, but yes.
Yeah, it depends on, either you've been up late or you guys, this is the start of your day.
Yep, which with a long rest in, that's the start.
It appears to be.
All right. So we're still a ways off, I'm assuming. We'd have to kind of to keep undercover, trek in.
Looking at
at
it,
least a little bit.
you're gonna need to use one of the small boats and row in. You can see it appears to be a long ship in front of kind of a sea cave that is towards the kind of the feet, the ankles of the King's Pyre statue, and you could see that you could either go in through there, or Dornell could take you down a ways, and you could come in through what appears to be a path that leads down into this area, far to the west.
Yeah, we might as well keep it simple, I think, and just take a smaller boat into the sea cave right here, unless anybody objects.
No, I like that idea.
I think it would
Probably a
be
smarter
difficult
idea.
to maintain that level of discretion our entire time here, so might as well just go in through the front.
Cool.
Okay, choosing go to the sea cave. All right.
Mhm.
So,
All right.
welcome guys to the living dungeon. So this is going to be a little different than how we've usually done it, mostly because there aren't any like big maps that I'm going to be busting out for you all like usual. Each kind of area from this has its own characters, people, that sort of thing. So all of it is kind of explorable. Everything that we see on here, every small entrance, every little drawing that's on there, all of that is they are all things that can be interacted with. So this is going to feel a little bit larger. It's going to be a little bit more different. It's going to be a lot of theater of the mind. So we're going to have to make sure that we're paying as much attention as possible, because there's a lot that goes on here. But welcome to King's Pyre.
Right.
So you guys choose to go through the sea cave entrance.
And we have Lorg with us, correct?
Yep, you've got Lorg and Ratheen Hall.
Okay, got it. I wasn't sure if Ratheen was just helping us get here or if she was helping us go into.
That is, she can go either way, but
Nope.
knows that if she comes, it's likely going to be a fight on site.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, we're we're gonna be a fight on site when they see us, regardless, probably.
True.
So
Hey, as long as you guys are okay with that, you busted me. You're the ones that busted me out of there.
well, I think at this point we need the numbers. The 6 of us should make for an interesting little strike force, especially this early in the morning.
Yes, and on Ratheen, she's got some just basic leather armor, nothing too extravagant. The hand axe that you've given her.
If she wants it, I have a second hand axe.
Yeah, she'll take the second hand axe.
Cool.
And then on Lorg, he of course had the short sword that was on him. He wears a chain shirt and has a shield.
Cool.
So those are just what is at their disposal.
If anyone here is good with a long or a short bow, I did pick that up a long time ago.
And we'll
I
also
think I
scavenge
can-
things off of people as we go.
True. So,
Ratheen and Lorg look to each other, just kind of both shake their heads, just like, bow's not really how we do that. More of a short sword.
I believe
We
it.
do.
So, there is a long ship that is anchored to the statue's kind of sunken hand. The ship's mainsail is tightly furled, but its lines are set for a quick cast-off. There appears to be 2 gray-cloaked figures patrolling the deck.
Do we want to just like try and sneak past, hope for the best, or do we want to try and quickly take them out?
Let's try to sneak past. Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, we've learned that we can make boats incredibly quiet when we want to.
Yeah, I mean,
If you want to use the
yeah, I think I.
magic.
Oh God. Yeah, I'll use a 2nd level spell and cast Pass Without a Trace.
Alright, go ahead. Let's all roll stealth.
Jesus Christ.
Hey yo.
Thank God I have such a high stealth.
I definitely needed that,
Yep, same here.
so thank you. Yeah.
Alright, let everybody roll. Santa rolled
I
a
got a
20.
Jesus, Tyranny.
A 27 from Gelt. 17.
You guys, what are you rolling?
Bad. Really bad.
Evidently.
Lorg
Like-
rolled a 23, and Rathine rolled a 26. So, if doing some quick math here, I believe that brings our average to about 22, 23. Let's see if these guards notice you all.
Hoping with the
Eagle
what
eyes
little fog
you over
there
there.
is.
There is quite a bit of fog.
Good.
So, since it's both in the evening, at night, and there is quite a bit of swirling fog, they actually roll with disadvantage on sight checks.
Nice.
Yes. So you guys kind of row, and you stop rowing as Çiaran casts the spell, and you guys are just kind of gliding through the water. It's almost as if there's kind of like a cushion on top of you that stops the water from lapping up the sides of your boat, and you're able to get across and head into the sea cave. As you guys are going, though, Çiaran, as you are casting the spell, a little bit of water does lap up and touch your skin, and it is freezing. It almost sends a slight jolt. You think that falling in would be quite rough. You've noticed that the temperature has started to drop around the Moonsea, especially this late into the evening.
Oh joy.
So you guys continue to just kind of coast your way deeper into the sea cave. Inside here, there doesn't seem to be any sort of torches lit up. It's a rather large, kind of cavernous sea cave. Luckily, everyone, and with Gelt, with your goggles of night,
Yes.
both Lorg and Rathine both have dark vision, so you guys are able to see around decently. It is still rather dark, but you can see that there's a pebblestone beach that's nestled inside the cave. There's a rowboat has been pulled up onto the beach, stowed away next to a narrow passageway that leads upwards. The cavernous sea cave echoes with kind of the ebb and flow of the tide.
And we don't see anyone in here from what we can tell.
Go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Oh shit.
There we go. That's a real roll.
Thank
God damn
God,
it.
Çiaran.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not great.
Çiaran.
Çiaran, you're looking
Very high.
around, listening in, and while the rest of the party are more focused on the two Grey Patriots on the longship, you begin to peer down that way. You don't see anybody on the shore. It looks like the coast is clear.
Good.
She will give the coast is clear signal, whatever that is, and thank
Çiaran starts
Reyn
doing
for
like hand
suggesting-
motions at you guys, and you're like, "What is she doing?"
What the fuck? Is that some druidic?
Yeah.
She casting? What the fuck?
What were you saying, Çiaran?
She was just also gonna quietly thank you for suggesting we stealth because it worked out well.
Yes, I did. Oh, thank you.
Good
The
ideas.
spell will last while we walk in as well, and we can try to maintain that for as long as possible.
So you guys are able to God of War style beach your boat onto the pebbly beach in the cave. As you can see, there is a kind of a passageway that begins to kind of curve or goes deeper into the cave and looks like it curls out to the right and comes around. As you guys are there, you can see as you kind of leave from the beach over to this pathway, you can see there's a 3-tier chessboard that lies on the ground just outside the cave. Its pieces are set in mid-game positions. There's a loaf of bread and a wineskin that sit next to the board. There you can see that the outlaw camp lies to the south, half hidden behind a rise of boulders. There's a woman in a gray cloak who crouches next to the chessboard, studying the pieces. She appears to be alone. As you guys are making your way up, because it's not a fast, about 2 minutes or so, she moves a piece and then gets up and begins to walk away. You can see on her, she does appear to be carrying a horn of some sort. Another 5 minutes, kind of, as that goes by, you can see a man in a gray cloak goes and sits at the chessboard, studies the pieces, makes his move, and gets up, and then leaves.
Fans of dragon chess, eh?
Any distinguishing features on the gray cloaked man?
Not that it appears. His back is mostly turned towards you, as they're kind of studying the pieces. As you kind of sit and watch this, some more moments go by, and the woman returns, and kind of follows the same routine. You're thinking it's looking like about every 5 minutes or so, either the woman or the man kind of appears, takes their turn at dragon chest, continues their route.
Well,
should we question them?
or just knock them the fuck out. Especially the woman with the horn. If we can get her knocked out,
I
she
imagine
can
they
kind of
both
signal
have a
her.
True.
Do we have does the dragon chessboard have any amount of space where we can set up an ambush?
You could definitely get the rush on them. It doesn't appear that they're concerned much with things coming out of the cave. They're looking more towards the camp. So while there's not gets around and then jump on them, you're likely they're not expecting anyone from the cave. And they take their time looking at the chess piece.
Gotcha. Can Gelt position himself close to the chess set? And is there something that he can hide behind?
No, we have to rush it, is what Dom just said.
Oh. There's nothing available. Okay.
No, there's not there's no convenient solid snake cardboard box to dip underneath.
No small copse of trees nearby?
No, unfortunately not. Not what is it from Undertale? Peculiarly shaped, oddly specific shaped lamp for you to stay under.
But you said it's pretty dark in here?
Yes, there are no lights. You can see that there are some lights towards the camp. Enough to where they can see their board with the kind of chess pieces, but as you move into the cave, it's all dark.
Okay. I could use my new Gambeson pretty much and get up close and cast darkness on myself.
Yeah, but that allows none of the rest of us to do anything, because you're just surrounded by darkness.
Sorry. I didn't mean to say cast darkness, to activate the effect and stand in the 5-foot square obscured.
To what end? I'm just confused about your idea.
To knock out one of as they approach it, to knock them out individually.
I mean, we're all gonna have to attack together. One of us isn't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually attack them. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no special multiplier for knocking them out. We gotta do enough damage to
bring them to unconscious zero. Then we have the choice to knock them unconscious.
Yeah, true.
Depending on the type of thing it is, because certain things are just overkill and you can't really knock things unconscious. But
you can't knock somebody out with the firebolts.
Yeah.
Also, they're worshippers of a god of murder, so it's
so it doesn't really matter.
True. All right.
You have seen that it appears they do have the single black glove on each of their hands.
They're going down. I'm yelling timber.
Yeah.
all right. So the rule is, if they have a black glove,
Murder time.
It doesn't rhyme. I was hoping to think of something that rhymed, but that works a lot. I think that works.
Oh,
Black glove, blood glove.
Oh no.
That's...
All right.
It's a really bad rhyme. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I think because we saw her with a horn, I want to take that one out first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if she sees blood on the chessboard, she might just blow her horn when she comes back.
Yeah.
Well, should we wait for her to make her move first, then take her out?
Yes. That would be the
So-
ideal situation, is
Okay,
let her
yeah.
make a move, because I don't know Dragon Chest.
Nor do I. Dude, you could actually play it in real life. Side note, there's an actual fucking thing. It's fucking wild. Like, the top plane is supposed to represent heaven, mid plane is the, like, material plane, and then the bottom plane is supposed to represent hell. It's like a fucking
That
wild
sounds
ass
terrible.
game.
It's
Only
3-dimensional
certain
chess,
pieces can-
baby.
Yeah, only certain pieces can transcend from hell to the middle plane, and only certain pieces can transcend from hell to the middle plane and from hell to the heavens. You know, it's
Cool.
It's weird.
We'll talk about this later.
All right, cool. So we're going to attempt to bum rush the horn-carrying woman and get the drop on her.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
After she plays.
Oh, and I do take off my shield and the liar until like the jig is up. I'm gonna try and just use my fists to be as stealthy as possible.
Okie dokie.
I'm also gonna pull out my rapier on this one, so it doesn't make a cracking sound.
You are so smart. That
Yep.
19 is really showing.
Yes, it is. Hey, man. Hey,
Look
he's
at
like,
this
oh, I
guy.
don't just have to use this whip all the time. All right.
It's a brand new Gelt.
We, the three of us look at each other and like nod approvingly.
Exactly.
So go ahead. So the woman does, and she's currently in the. So a couple minutes goes by. She comes back. She's currently looking. She's got the whole thinker pose going on. Fist underneath the chin, taking a knee, looking at the chess piece. As you guys go to rush it, go ahead. Who's all rushing? I guess is going to be my question.
Well, I'm definitely going in for
Sahnd's
sure.
going
Yeah.
in as well, so three of us are going full tilt, I guess.
I can definitely head in there too, but that's a lot of people.
Okay, so Reyn, Çiaran, and Gelt, all give me stealth checks to get into position.
You got it.
Still got that +10.
Yes.
Nice.
There we go.
Oh, that's way
Yes.
better than the last time. That's a
Hmm.
27 from Reyn,
35.
There you go,
26
Tyranny.
from Gelt, and a 35 from Çiaran.
You guys are
Jeez.
able to get in possession. She doesn't notice a thing.
Stab her
So-
right through the throat.
Oh, I've got my knife ready.
I guess everybody roll for attack.
Sure will.
Shit.
Any sort of advantage on that?
Oh, and may I do a grapple instead, just in case?
Brilliant. Love it.
Yeah, you could definitely do a grapple.
Oh, fucking yeah.
No advantage on that?
No, you just need to roll this one out there. She does not notice
I
you.
feel it.
Trying to coordinate 3 people
I'll
attacking
use
more or
my
less at once.
rapier. That's gonna be a 22, baby.
A 22 will hit.
Roll my damage. Rapier is. God, I
A
haven't
D8?
used this thing in fucking forever. Thank you.
Mine was only a 10 to hit.
10 does not. What's your grapple, Reyn?
I rolled a 21 athletics.
Yeah.
Cover
Oh,
the
yeah.
mouth.
Nope. So,
They take 4 points of damage as I grapple them.
and then, Gelt, what'd you do for damage?
8 damage.
8.
8 piercing.
So, Reyn, you run in and you're able to grapple this woman from behind and turn her around just in time for Gelt. Since I assume are you guys trying to knock him out, or are you trying to kill?
Kill.
You know,
Yeah.
if we, yeah,
That's what I was
think,
trying to do originally was knock him out, but at this point, like,
yeah, we know they're worshippers of Bane. Like,
we could find out where Sahnd Krulek is. Maybe we can ask him to see if they have any knowledge, then kill him. I
you're
mean,
the one doing most of the damage. Are you knocking
Gelt,
them out, or
are you knocking him out, or are you
killing
killing him?
It's up to you, Gelt.
yeah. Okay, so we're knocking him out. Sorry, guys.
Okay, you go ahead.
That's
You
fine.
turn the, because most rapiers kind of have a handle. You turn
Yeah,
it
but-
sideways, and you're able to bring just the full metal right across the button, out like a light.
Nice.
Çiaran, you go
I
for
would
the
put
attack, and you're like, huh, and you
You're a
stop
fighter.
yourself. You're like, ooh, that definitely would have killed her.
Yeah.
dragging.
So let's take her back quickly. see if we can't wake her up. If not, fucking wait for her to wake up and see if she has anything that we can stream at her before, fortunately we kill her.
After a couple minutes, she's currently still unconscious.
Alder.
The other man does appear, and he begins to make his turn.
Okay, guys. So, can we have Alder? Alder, do you want to, or can we have you watch her while we make the next move?
He can do
Check.
more than that. Do you mind?
Mind what?
Yeah, you broke
I
out.
think
Sorry.
Damn it! Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I said, Alder, do you mind looking into her mind and see if you can find Sahnd?
I can do what I can on that one. Might be a little bit hard if she's out, but we'll see what I can dig up.
Okay. It's at least worth a try since we have them alive. But let's try and take out this individual as well since we've got them in prime distance, I
All
guess.
right, you three give me stealth again.
You got it.
Sir. Ooh, probably my worst one.
22. 29, 24. Yep, you move right back into position. This gentleman is currently is standing. He's got his hand on his chin. He's looking at the pieces intently. Has not noticed you.
All right, we don't have to wait for him to make a move. We just
Just
take
do
him
it.
out, attack him.
All right, I assume you wanna do the same move as before. Rinse and repeat.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
so, yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll them.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't know if this is gonna hit, but
Just 18. All right, so Reyn, what'd you roll?
I got 22 on grapple.
Indeed, you got it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I do damage on that. Thank you for reminding me.
A 12 to hit. A 12 will hit.
oh, so I hit too. Cool.
Oh god.
God damn it, dude! Can I
This
roll?
is gonna be a murder because I'm using the knife. So
Got it. And I did 2 damage with the grapple dome.
2 damage.
If you
got
didn't
it.
hear me say that.
and
Which?
7 piercing and 5 acid.
Cool.
With the acid damage, and 6 damage from Gelt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The armor pierces. Gelt, you're able to get another bop in. Çiaran, because of the acid damage, you're just shoop, cuts way faster than you were anticipating, and whisks. Not only does it pierce, but it also burns. It just and it crumples.
Shit. Well, we need to also get him out of the way. Hide
And Reyn
him.
is already like you're
He doesn't
saying
even
it,
hit the
Reyn-
ground. Reyn's got him just like it goes through, and Reyn, you actually feel just the barest tip of Rinthax's tooth right on your chest, just the tip of it.
I am back in my spiked armor again. I've been rolling with Dised, so
You hear
yeah,
that?
I definitely feel it touch the armor at least.
Yes, you're like, oh. You can even look down. There's just like a little just acid ski on the front of it.
And I just yank him back into the darkness.
There we go. Gelt's gained intelligence. Don't you forget it, Reyn. He gets to talk
He
more.
only
instead of
says
just sounding
Reynglian
like-
now.
Reynglian, that's right. But he saw no.
If
Gelt
you,
prefers Reyn.
I was about to say, if you call
Because
him
Reynglian's
Reynglian,
too
he would shoot
formal.
you
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
too formal. It's like you saying Geltmore. And it's like, oh, whoa, what's wrong, Mom?
Like if I called you Geltian.
Oh Christ. Oh God.
Just kidding.
That would be
Cool.
awful.
Well, that went well. Let's search the bodies.
Yes, sir.
You search, so of course there is that horn on them. They have. Let me pull it up.
So is there just the one horn, or or do they each have one?
He does have his own. That
Got
was
it.
underneath his cloak.
Gotcha.
So they both have a scimitar and a light crossbow, with 10 bolts apiece. So 2 scimitars.
one-
A light crossbow is one-handed.
Okay. Okay,
I
thank you.
believe. No,
Cool.
No,
No,
they're
that's-
two-handed.
they're two-handed.
Ah,
Hand crossbows are
hand
the only
crossbows.
one-handed crossbow. Yep.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I'm thinking too much of Diablo 3 and the Demon Hunter.
It's such an aesthetic.
They each have the black glove on top of their armor. They don't appear to have the typical black fist armor with it all scratched out. They're only wearing leather armor with the said black glove on it. After a couple minutes, let's see, she does begin to stir awake. There's just kind of a low.
Okay.
Like, can we? I mean, are you gonna try and talk to her, Gelt, or are we gonna gag her and let Alder do his thing?
Let's see if we can't fish any knowledge, and then if we find the knowledge untrustworthy, then have Alder do her
It's
thing.
gonna be untrustworthy. Just gag her and let him poke around in there. She might scream.
Gelt's just doing his thing. I'm sorry,
What
guys.
are you gonna
I'll
do if
just-
she
No, we
screams?
understand.
I'll just
Yeah.
cast my spell, and then
Yep.
we'll ask the questions, and we'll see what I get back.
Yep, because we don't need to have her respond. We just need to have her be conscious, I suppose. So yeah, I gag her.
Sure.
You gag her, and she groggily kind of looks up, confused. Alder, you cast your spell. I assume you're digging.
Yes, I will be attempting to dig.
I mean,
Well,
we
that-
could just ask where Sahnd Krulek is, and just
That's what I was gonna do.
Like, let's ask that, and then I will ask
no,
to
I
dig
mean like
after
see
that.
what the surface thoughts are.
Yeah.
Well, she rolls an 8, so Alder digs deep
Okay.
and is successful.
Wait. Does digging
There we
deep
go.
is like a higher spell, or
No, it's just a secondary function of
Ah.
detect thoughts. You can just automatically skim surface thoughts with no saving throw, but if you choose to, you can go deeper into their mind and look for more specific things.
It just makes them
Oh,
aware
cool.
that you're digging. So she's
Awesome.
aware that you are knuckle deep in her
Yeah.
brain.
And I believe when I dig deeper, it is my intelligence score, or my roll versus yours. And I did roll a nat 20, by the way. So
Yeah, she
gosh.
rolled an 8 plus 0, so you're in there, and you do see, she sees you and then goes through, like, who are you? What happened to the
Dom,
other?
Alder dropped.
Well, then let's wait.
sorry, I'm back. I dropped as soon as I told you guys I rolled a 20. So
Okay,
I-
there we go.
She rolled an 8, so you get a pretty good train of thought. Can basically hear her thinking the thoughts as she thinks it. It starts with confusion to. At first, it starts with dragon chests, then confusion, then recognition of the danger, and then thinks about the camp and where the other individuals are. You see, kind of the basic setup of the outlaw camp. That there appears to be about 4 tents with where do they put it? 6 bandits around. You can see that in her mind, someone named Little Eric, who is a not little man at all, standing in front of a 5th tent that is Sahnd Krulek's. You see Ruse. The kind of berserker that you've heard about. Yep, Kalashan.
blind in left eye.
Correct. You see her visage in kind of the main camp, not the where little Eric is, and then you also see an elven individual on the shoulder of the King's Pyre statue. And then finally you see an image of Sahnd Krulek sitting on the lap. Or standing, I should say, on the lap of King's Pyre. In some sort of argument with someone you've never seen before, but they look like a large, slightly feminine appearing like kobold, but at like 6 foot. Wearing a set of robes and has multicolored scales.
Probably.
You get all that fished out.
That's really good.
You
Got
can
an
also
ID?
see, of course, the two bandits that are on the long ship. You also get to know of the signal. So, if something happens, Sahnd Krulek is expecting a double cross, and they will fire an arrow, a fire arrow across the camp that will signal betrayal, and they will all come rushing back to camp. That's supposed to be set up by the elven individual. That's the signal. So if they see the signal, all hands come back on deck. She begins to think of how she's going to alert somebody to get that signal done.
Well, that proved pretty fruitful. If you guys want to knock her out, you can, and I'll tell you what I know.
Probably should just kill her, yeah.
Yeah, in all honesty.
Yeah, Reyn just does it quick and easy and snaps the neck if he can.
Yep. Can't stop her. So, Reyn just Superman style, but with way less yelling. And
And it's it's probably one of the first times like the really efficient mercenary side of Reyn has been seen. Like he does it with no qualms.
not a drop of
Yeah.
blood. Not a
Tyranny
single
is a
drop.
little surprised at herself, though. She's prepared for it.
So, you guys, you have kind of the basic layout of the camp. You know, where kind of the key players are. You are currently, if we're going to look at the map, continuing up, we'll spit you guys out at, if you look on the right side, above where the ship and the cave is, there is a kind of cave entrance right up against the wall next to the tents. That's where you guys would be popping out.
Okay. So basically, just to clarify, Dom, the signal from the archer is to have everybody at camp head towards the center to help Sahnd, basically.
That would be pulling everybody back in and preparing for the fight, is what that signal does. So it means if that signal goes out, suddenly that camp is going to be 100% full.
Yeah.
The camp where we're trying to go, basically, or where
The
the
Grey
camp that's down
Patriots
below
camp.
it. Got it. Okay, so if the signal goes off, everybody heads back there.
Yes, it's supposed to only be given in the event of a double cross.
Okay.
That's kind of their backup plan. While there is a conversation happening between the two leaders, has not been a ton of trust between them.
So right now, are the rest of the Grey Patriots like out and about in the middle of the night kind of thing? Are most of them like sleeping right now? Do we know?
You would
Like
need
the rank
to,
and file?
You would need to
We need to look
find out.
around. Yeah.
Theoretically, all we would need to do is light the signal ourselves, and then they and the Jarella would go to war, yes?
That is the logical outcome of that. Yes.
So that's...
Yeah, and then we just need to get Sahnd in the middle of the madness.
Yep, and you know that Sand's personal tent is the one that's directly outside of the cave. It's guarded only currently by little Eric.
Also, keep in mind, we do have that elf that's perching on the shoulder right now. That's definitely going to be the lookout, so just be wary of that if we're going to be moving around.
There is a
Tyranny,
zip line that attaches up to where Kai Tyrell is. So it is possible to climb up there.
That would be such a daring maneuver.
Yeah, when Gelt's gonna start practicing his owl hoots.
On the subject of owl hoots, is the rule that I can't fly or I can't become flying animals? Period. As a druid.
Let me take a looky-loo. Let me get exact on that.
That's a good thing to double.
I think we mentioned it too, but remember, little Eric is the one that will be scared of the owl who.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it can't be anything with the flying speed until you hit level 8.
Damn it. Okay. That's fair. We're gonna have to do this, yeah, Gelt's way, I guess. Do I know if I could imitate that type of
I
owl?
bet you're way better at it than me, dude. I bet you
I mean,
are.
I spent my life in
Yeah.
forests hunting, so
You may certainly try.
it's a survival or something.
I would let you roll survival and a performance. You both. One to get the tone in,
Both of
one
us
to
survival.
make that actually happen. So,
Okay.
so you guys have you've taken out the 2 guards from the sea cave entrance. You haven't alerted the ones that are on the boat. You're coming around. You hit kind of the cave entrance, looking out. You're looking south and seeing kind of the bulk of the camp. It's older for you. It's like, oh, I've seen this before. You kind of point out the important places, and you can see that there is one tent that is far larger and nicer than the other ones, and standing in front of it is a large human that for you older you have seen before, and you would know as little Eric.
Not so little.
Where exactly did you say he was located?
He's in front of Sahnd Krulek's personal tent, which is if we're looking on the map, it's the one away from all the others.
Oh, so the one closest to our cave exit.
Indeed, the one that is perfectly in between both the long ship and to get to the sea caves and where the meeting's at. It's in a technical location. The hardest one to get the hop on.
Oh, we chose
This is
the right
actually
path.
working very well.
Yes, we did. Where's this map that you're talking? Or is this
He
theater of
posted
mind?
no, he posted a few above. It's a
Gosh
big
darn it.
picture basically.
Oh,
King's Pyre, the one that looks like a big old king.
oh!
Yeah, Dad.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dad?
Okay.
So coming out of the cave, it's basically open space that we would be seen from.
There's a number of rocks, shrubbery. There's a large tree directly to your right that does have a piece of rope that goes all the way up towards the King's Pyre shoulder. So right now, it's looking all right. You've gotten the 2 guards at the sea caves. You didn't alert anyone in the ship. You still have the element of surprise on your side. Now, what you do with that?
I think I'd like to try and
Rethine
go
does
to
remind you
the-
there's about 14. So minus the 2 on the ship, minus the 2 you've just taken, there's only at most going to be about 10 more Grey Patriots.
And then their commander types, or are that included?
Give or take. There might have been new additions that she doesn't know about. It has been a little bit that since she didn't set up here, so that's to her best guess.
I'd actually ask this of Rethine. Do we think these horns are going to be useful in any way as a distraction? Is there any kind of specific signaling done with the horns?
I think if you just blow them, that'll say something's up. I think it's more of soon as that gets blown, everybody goes on alert.
Yeah.
They're.
But as soon as the arrow comes through, they all literally will come back.
Yeah, that's what your red friend says.
He read her mind, and I trust him.
I mean, I can tell you from experience, it definitely works.
Do we have anybody who could potentially get away with climbing up that rope?
To climb up it is going to take some. I can say this in a healthy metagame. It's going to take some athletics checks.
Or a
I have a
squirrel?
+3 athletics.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you do that.
That would be a ridiculous
I
climb.
know.
Um,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am interested in climbing the tree from which to do the owl noise so that it's as convincing as possible. But that doesn't solve the like Pyre issue.
Yeah, we still need to get an arrow shot fired. Because I assume if it doesn't come from up there, it's still an arrow shot.
Yeah,
That's on
like as
fire.
long as the pyre is on fire, like that's the communication that everyone's going to see. Like that's all anyone knows is that there is something. The gig is up. Like,
Well, just to make sure, Dom, it was a flaming arrow going across the camp. That's the
Yeah.
signal, correct?
Yeah,
Or is
Yes,
it an
that
actual,
is
like,
that
fire
is the
being lit?
signal.
uh,
Yeah.
Yes. So
I have a bow.
archers provide. So fire is a flaming arrow over the Grey Patriot camp is supposed to be the
I
signal.
see. I misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what all of the Grey Patriots are looking for.
Well,
Well, we need to still take out little Eric. And then I think the best option right now, and throw in your ideas as well, or criticisms of this idea, but I think our best bet is going to be to try and get the signal off so Sahnd comes back to his tent and we
Yeah.
waylay him inside of his tent with this poison we bought.
yes, agreed. So scare little Eric off first, then fire the arrow, or fire the arrow then scare little Eric? Probably the first way. Yeah. Okay. Well, I
It's
guess
still deciding how, like, do we think we could get up on top of, like, no, then the archer would just see us. I'm
Right.
trying to decide where we'd be able to fire the arrow from.
I assume we could sneak along that left side through the bushes and rocks, and then shoot it from like a little bit further towards the edge.
And then just get an arc.
Right. You should be able to lob it.
Yeah, that might be able to work.
Also, I will say that the cliffs are climbable as well.
Sorry,
The
say
what?
again?
The cliffs. So, like if we're looking at the map, so you guys are at that cave entrance next to the big tree on the right side of the map. You can climb up. Like they are
Nice.
climbable. It'll take some more athletics, but the rope will take you straight up there. But you guys can indeed climb up there. It might not be the easiest thing for everybody, but it's definitely possible. There's plenty of handholds and places for you to climb up that.
Um,
How high up would you say it
They're
goes?
45 feet.
45?
Yeah.
Well, if someone were to do that climb, if I were up in the tree with another pass without... Actually, it lasts an hour. Is my pass without a trace still up?
It's still up, unless you're dropping it.
Sweet.
It's
No,
only-
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, it took you guys probably the better part of 15 minutes to wait for those patrols to get by, set up, and do everything right. Another 5 minutes, because most people aren't unconscious for that long. So,
Right.
you'd say you're probably reaching the... you probably got 20 minutes left on that.
Sweet. So I'll climb the tree, and then whoever climbs will have a better time avoiding being seen.
I think I may climb up the cliff and try and go take out this archer and be the one who does the flame signal.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a decent idea.
Real quick, too, just to remind me, Reyn, are you the one that has the concoction on you
Oh shit!
that
Who
Water
wants
Canoodle
this?
made?
Good
I am
thinking.
I am the one who
Oliver.
handed on me. I am the one who had it on me.
That is
I
Takes
true.
it out of his pack.
I mean, that is another option if you want to use that on the person up there on the perch. That could be a quick and easy way, you know?
Oh, if we're already going to get the drop on Sahnd, if we can get inside of the tent and everything, we may just be able to knock him out quick.
I'm just saying, we can use it on someone else in that scenario, so.
That might be the best option.
Mm,
Alder, you're a brilliant fucking bastard. I love you. And I guarantee... Wait, no. He's a fucking elf. Can't knock it the
Ooh.
fuck unconscious with no magic or nothing shit like that.
Yeah.
Ugh. Is alchemy technical? I guess it is magic.
It's hard to fuck. I don't know elves very well. This may be the one thing that is bad for using on dwarves and elves if it's meant to be sleep. Oh, I don't know if it's sleep magic.
It's poison that leads to the unconscious. So you've got the it's not the oil of Taggart. It's
No,
the
we did
essence of
that.
ether.
Mhm.
So it is a poison.
Okay.
And the poison creature becomes unconscious. They don't go to sleep.
Can I roll a medicine check just to make sure? I think
Yeah.
teen medicine
18?
19.
19? Yeah, you're thinking that, this is a poison. It's not a sleeping poison. So you're pretty sure, especially with the money that you pay, that this should be effective even on elves.
Okay, cool. Okay. I think that might be my best bet is to get the drop on this guy, get him knocked the fuck out with that. Steal his bow, use it to fire off the flaming arrow once you guys scare the fuck out of him. You'll probably be able to scare the fuck out of little Eric while I'm climbing, because it'll probably take me a second longer than you guys.
Alright, so, Çiaran is going to climb that tree and try to scare off little Eric using the screech owl noises.
Mm-hmm.
Reyn, you're going to climb up the wall and try to go after the elf and get the bow and set the signal. Gelt and Alder, what are you going to do? And then Lorg and Ratheen would like to know what you want them to do.
Aren't we gonna go rush the tent? And
I
get
mean-
Sahnd Krulek?
Before.
I'm asking
Sahnd
you
isn't
guys.
in there
I'm not
yet.
going to make that decision for you. Yeah, you
Sahnd
guys
isn't
tell
in
me
there
what
yet.
you're doing,
Yeah.
not the other way around.
Well, we should wait, I guess, until Sahnd does return to his tent.
Well,
Or if we
sneak
can
in.
return. Yeah.
I was gonna say sneak into
Oh.
the tent if we can get little Eric away, and if getting little Eric away doesn't work, bum rush the shit out of little Eric and get him down and hidden away.
Is little Eric a
I was
human?
even gonna say
Yes, he is.
too. Another thing, once we like cast the arrow and they all go back to the camp and to the tents, I mean, I can literally just start setting the tents on fire if we want to add some more chaos to it, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea.
I'm not opposed
absolutely.
to that either.
Ratheen and Lorg, do you want to take these horns and once things start just going mad, just get in different places and make it sound like there's things going on elsewhere as well?
Yeah, we can do that. We could just hold down this sea cave, and if they try to bring any reinforcements up of it, we could make sure nothing sneaks up on you guys.
That's actually a fantastic idea.
Yeah, we can do that, right? Yeah, we could do that. Totally.
Excellent.
Okie dokie. So let's go in order. Reyn, give me an athletics check as you begin to climb up this this cliff.
Oh, and
I'm
before I
going to
leave,
be
I
first,
do.
right?
But I'm starting my climb first because it's going to take
Okay.
me longer.
Yeah,
and I
then-
am going to before I leave, just put a hand on Çiaran's shoulder and say good luck as you receive a bardic inspiration for the next 10 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Çiaran, roll me survival, then roll me performance. Reyn,
dear.
roll me athletics.
That's a 19 athletics.
Oh yeah, you've got the strength. You're making your way. You're making great time.
Dun, 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 dun,
man.
dun, dun, dun,
God damn
dun,
it.
dun.
10 survival and 12 performance.
You get up into the tree. You're like, okay, screech owls, screech owl. And as you do, you're beginning to climb. Your path without trace is still up, but you hear something in the tree
Oh,
that throws you off. And looking up, what you see is through the fog. You spot a scaly kind of humanoid with leathery bat-like wings. The creature has two reptilian heads. One's looking around nervously, while the other begins to whisper into a black stone held in its palm. I mean, the creature can't be more than 3 feet tall. And now that you've gotten closer, roll me a stealth check.
Yep. Oh my god. That's 33.
Yes. So you're. Luckily, this is a rather sizable tree, so you get up and you can see you're probably only 5 or 6 feet below this creature. You're just like, oh, thank God that magic is still on. And you hear, Joretta won't suspect a thing, one head whispers. She's too busy with the humans. There's no better time to attack than now. Kill the heretic, and the cult of dragons shall shower you in gold. The other head turns around and goes, hurry up with the stone. It's not safe here.
God.
I'm confused.
Siren's. She can't get anyone else's attention. She's gonna wait as long as she can for Reyn to climb while she just waits as close as she can to this thing with her knife ready, her kobold killer ready to fucking go.
Reyn, give me another athletics check to make it the second half up there. Reyn, can I have an athletics check, please? Ooh.
Reyn, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Yep, there it is. So, Siren's in this tree right here. Reyn is calling his way up. Yes.
Yes.
Good. It's an 18.
18. You're able to get the rest of the way there. You get up on top of the cliffs, and you can see directly in front of you appears to be another set of caves. And then looking down the ways, you can see it's probably about a 10-foot gap in between this ledge and the shoulder. But you can see, especially because you're looking for it, an elven individual with a very shiny looking bow. Doesn't have one knocked, but is currently peering down into the lap. So yeah, you are able to make it up there. The cave's to your right. The archer is indeed in front. It's a 10-foot gap to jump from the cliffs over onto the shoulder, but
I've got enough strength to make a jump like that. Okay, well, if I'm up here and this is what I'm doing, then I don't know if there's much stealth I can do to get the speed I need, but I'm gonna try and fucking jump that gap and get to that guy and knock him out with this stuff.
give me the athletics check.
You got it.
I think Siren's gonna try and time her attack with Reyn's.
Roll me a perception check, Siren.
Okay.
But roll me with disadvantage, because it is rather foggy out still.
Fuck. So no passive then.
So no head?
Snap.
Oh, that was bad perception. That was only 8.
With an 8, yeah, you keep looking up, but you're like you're trying to look up at the cliffs directly above you while keeping out of the way of this two-headed looking creature speaking into the stone. You're like, the fog's there. You're like, I can't see Reyn.
I got a 19 athletics.
Oh yeah, you make the hop, and you dwarves got hops. Run full speed. You leap for it, and you just start hurtling. You actually hurtle straight into it. There's not a ton of landing zones. So you're like, oh, I'm landing straight on top of this elf.
That's perfect.
In fact, I'm gonna see.
hearing?
It's gonna make a hearing. You could definitely hear that. Seeing it, you're not sure. But let me see how Kai does with the dwarf coming in at full speed. Poorly. So you do end up hitting Kai full speed and knocking Kai prone. go ahead and roll me in an initiative real quick, Reyn.
That is a 15. No, wait, plus 1, 16.
He rolls a 15, so you go first.
I uncork the freaking essence of ether and shove it in his nostril face.
There's just this. The smoke just leaves, and he's not expecting it. The wind's knocked out, so you get at the perfect time. Oh, with it rolls a 2 on the con save, out like a light.
Ooh.
Yes!
He's
Like a
you know
light.
that he's
Like a
supposed to be unconscious for the next 8 hours.
Oh, that was such a
Perfect.
And in his
Beautiful.
mind, Reyn is just like, fucking money well spent, Older. Goddamn.
So, Çiaran, go ahead and roll me a perception for hearing.
Okay.
That is not with disadvantage.
Cool. That's a 22 then.
Yeah, you hear, you know the sound of Reyn's footsteps at this point, so you hear the pop, 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 and then it's silence.
A lot of footsteps.
So I think Çiaran's going to go for the screech owl sound as she's attacking this kobold.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and make the attack on the kobold.
Okay. Please, God.
Stealth, will she have advantage technically?
It's not prepared. Go ahead and make the attack. Let's see how this all goes. As you're trying to attack a winged creature in a tree.
19.
19 will do.
Okay.
I believe.
So that's 6 piercing and 1 acid.
That is just enough. So you can choose if you would like to kill this creature or knock this creature unconscious. That is just enough.
Let's
Ooh,
knock him unconscious, huh?
did you roll the extra d6 because it's a kobold and that counts technically as draconic?
I did not roll the extra d6. Thank you for reminding
roll
me.
it.
I was like, why did we think it was an instant kill? Oh, that's another 5.
Yeah, absolutely. You're able, like, especially with this, like, it just gets through scale so fast. You're just like, oh, I could one-shot this. But if you, instead, the last kind of second, you're like, ooh, we can drive this just right. And it not is unconscious. Both heads.
Nice.
And you can see in one hand it's got the kind of the not quite death grip, but the unconscious holding on to that black stone it was speaking into.
Okay. So it's draped on a branch and not gonna go anywhere.
You for now. You're not sure if you want to trust such a. You're looking at it and
Yeah.
the growth of its heads. It's just such at a. This is just a weird mutated creature.
Hearing them talk and like talk about the Blackstone it was holding, Çiaran's gonna take that.
You take the black stone and roll me Arcana.
Arcana. That's not really my thing, but let's see. Oh my gosh. +0 for 19.
This is Ascending
girl.
Stone.
Ascending stone. Okay. So nothing too crazy.
But somebody else has another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can hear on the other side, Shurik, answer me. When can the burning banner strike?
Who's the burning banner?
She is going to quietly do her best impression of this kobold she just heard talk
Oh my
and
god.
say now.
roll me deception.
Oh my god!
You have a bardic inspiration. You have a bardic
Yes.
inspiration, Kaya.
Yes. Okay. 14.
14. Let's take a look. You hear the burning banner rides.
Okay, time for a screech owl sound.
Yeah.
So, hoot.
Go ahead and roll performance.
The performance roll is only an 8.
Yeah, it just comes out more of a croak. Little Eric does not leave his post.
So, if I don't hear anything coming from Siren yet, can I try and roll a survival and performance to make the sound?
You are very far away from Little Eric at this point.
Totally fine. That's fine.
I'll just keep trying if I can.
You can, however, you can hear from up along the path across from, and everybody can hear this. It doesn't take. You hear a.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. At that, Reyn is just gonna get ready to fire off the arrow. Yeah, as he's gonna light an arrow and get it off.
As you, I mean, he's got all the things you need. There, you see that there's the bow, and picking it up, you're like, wow, this is an incredibly crafted bow. And there's 20 arrows there, with everything you need to quickly light one on fire. So, go ahead, just make me an attack with the bow, just to see how this shot goes.
Yes.
Luckily, I'm proficient, and I have a positive dexterity, so...
Yeah, it's not usually how you go about it, but it's been a while. This is an incredibly nice bow. Add a +1 to it.
Nice. Cool. That's a 21.
And you see the fire, and you can, for Alder and Gelt, you see little Eric's head snap up and follow the arrow at the same time as that arrow flies across. On the King's Pyre's lap in that big goblet, it lights a flame as well, and you can hear the sounds of footsteps in the distance coming down the path as both camps seem to erupt into a frenzy. Betrayal! Double cross! Bits of words in Draconic. Suddenly both camps completely come alive as war breaks out between both gangs.
All right.
So, if little Eric doesn't move, fall in on him.
Okay. I mean, but we really have.
I mean, that was the idea. That was the idea in the first place. Is if the scaring him off thing fell apart, we just knock him the fuck out.
True. Yeah. I guess we can definitely try to do that, Alder. Do you want me to go ahead and rush him real quick?
You
I'll
rush
just-
him and
I
then
will
I'll
do that
cover
here.
you. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So Gelt will actually switch to his whip.
Jig is up.
Jig is up. Yeah, at this point, and position himself 10 feet away from.
You run there. Lorg and Rathine also run as well. Go ahead.
Still stealth.
You go ahead and roll me a stealth. You're not going
You
to
no
get
longer have Tyranny.
the +10 from it though.
No. That's gonna be a 16.
16. Well, Eric, how you doing? Yeah, that's 10. So yeah, and let's see. Lorg and Rathine, we're gonna join you on your charge. God damn. Yeah, you guys are able to rush little Eric, none the wiser. He's watching that arrow. You can see he pulls out this big mace, just this nasty hunk of more like metal more than anything else. And as you see him pull it out and then tap into a hand, classic thug style, he's not prepared to get hit 3 times from the side. So go ahead and roll me your attack, Gelt. And I'll roll for
right.
Lorg and Rathine.
Yeah.
14
A 14. 14 will do.
damage.
Ooh. Yeah, they get extra stuff. You get.
Oh, was that a sneak attack? That doesn't even fucking matter.
I mean, you're not sneaking. Or you're not a rogue.
That ooh was for the.
That was right. True,
Yeah,
true.
it was for the NPC. One of them has pack tactics.
That's 10
Ooh.
damage.
10 damage. All right. They with their hand axe. That's definitely gonna hit. Damn, Rathine! That's max.
Yeah.
That is for her.
Damn.
It's gonna be an 8, so that's 18, and then. All right, Lorg with the scimitar. Let's do the for 5. What's this add? So you altogether do 27 points of damage to little Eric. He is not expecting it, and but he does not go down either.
Okay. So it would be
Alder,
his
if you wanted to throw in an attack on this one, you would have just enough time.
Absolutely, I will
'Cause
throw
he-
a firebolt at that.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
see whip, short sword, and hand axe all just bite into little Eric. It's a massive amount of cuts in a short amount of time, and you're like, any other normal person should be going down, but little Eric stands up regardless. Let's go ahead and roll me
Yeah.
that firebolt.
All right.
Is that within my
And-
eyesight?
This one, looking down, you can't see Sand's tent from where you're at. It kind of curves around.
Just wanted
But
to check.
you could definitely look down. You know that there is a zip line that takes you from where you're at straight down to that tree.
Which is my plan.
If somebody doesn't use the zip line, I'll just. What's the point, guys? Pack it up. We're done for
For real.
today.
Blue dwarf on a zipline. It's gonna be awesome.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na. Yeah, I agree. Also, I rolled a 23 on that.
23
that
does
should
hit.
And that's going to be for 3 fire damage.
3. And it gets little Eric right in the face, and it just cauterizes the entirety. It almost burns all of the front of his face inwards, and he drops.
Oof.
Oh my gosh, that was so
God.
choice. Hide the
Siren
body.
is like very quietly cheering
Yeah.
for all their
So after we kill him, Gelt will start dragging the body back towards the cave.
Wait. Do we think they'll come? They're not going to come through the cave that we came through because that led up from the ocean, right?
It's a
It did.
possibility.
There are 2 people on a long ship that are down there, but they would have to get off the long ship, come all the way across through that cave somehow. Pretty much they're stuck on said long ship is the gist you're
got it.
going to get. And
Well, you can
Siren
pull
would
them back
know
in
that
there.
taking a dip into the moon sea at this hour would be a very painful.
That
Yeah,
option.
that's how you get hypothermia. All right, so you pull little Eric back in. Reyn, give me a perception check. In fact, everybody, give me perception checks. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and then we're gonna jump back into this. Okay? So go ahead.
Damn it.
Yeah, with disadvantage on this one. Well, with the lights, since a lot of the camp is now lit up, between the goblet on fire, the arrow going over, there's much more light, and you can all clearly hear some sort of force is moving in from the east towards the other side of King's Pyre.
All right.
Woo! It's about to get fucking real.
Yeah, it is.
15,
All right.
16, 20. Siren, what'd you get?
Perception is 18.
18. Okay, I will remember that all. Alright, be back here in 10 minutes. We're going to
You
do a
got it.
quick bio
Will
break
do.
before we settle into this.
Of course.
Cool.
Alright. Oh,
Are you still there?
Mhm.
I helped Livy make her character for my game this week.
Fuck yeah. Tell me about
Tabaxi Transmutation Wizard.
Oh, very good.
Mm-hmm. whose main goal in life is to get good enough at magic to be able to grant people's wishes, basically.
No.
Oh, nobody in my game is here, so I can tell the secret stuff. So the character's name is Pippin, and they're technically from Briarbane, but have been out in the plains. They chased after one of their allies into a portal, and is famously quoted as saying, "I don't want them to be alone," as he jumped in. And thought that he'd been only gone for about a decade, but has been gone closer to like 30 years.
Oh, wow.
But is a slightly famous Briarbane adventurer, basically. So the party will, not all the party, but one of the members is actually, Artorian is a Briarbane Academy student, so he'll recognize Pippin and just be like, wait, what? Where did you come from? He's basically going to fall out of a portal right in front of them.
Kind of reminds me of... Wait, you haven't seen Magicians, have you?
I've seen a good amount of Magicians, not all of it, but a lot of it.
Josh, the one who was like stuck in
Oh, is he the one with the glasses?
Yeah.
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 Well, Pippin's been in Arcadia, which is a good aligned outer plane, which is basically like a fantasy kingdom.
Dope. Dope.
And it has multiple layers. It used to have 3 layers because it's a lawful good plane technically. The bottom layer though became too lawful, fell off, and got added into Mechanus. And the second most bottom layer, and the second most bottom layer has been trying to forcibly like gather creatures from like other planes and stuff and force them to be lawful and convert them and stuff like that. They're called the Harmonious. And the current big conflict on Arcadia is the rest of the plane trying to stop the second layer so that it doesn't break off into its own separate plane again.
I dig.
It's super cool.
Big fan of all that.
Yeah. But Arcadia is like perfect, basically, like perfectly rowed orchards and like perfectly designed cities. It's not like, except it's not like as obsessed with like the perfection of self as like certain other good and law aligned planes are and stuff like that.
Sure.
But yeah, I until I went looking through the Wizard's transmutation list exclusively, I did not realize how many of my favorite spells are transmutations.
Oh, there's a lot of great transmutation spells for sure.
Even just some like very classic spells. Like even at 3rd level by itself, you have Fly, Slow, and Haste.
Yeah, those are all goodies for sure.
And Dragon's Breath is a freaking transmutation.
Another goodie.
Be back in 2 seconds.
Okie dokie.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I think mostly everyone's still gone.
Good, that's just fine. Dun, 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 dun.
Exciting game so far. I feel like we're acing it so far, except for the owl. But I mean, we got him anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you killed him regardless. So
Right, it's all good.
yeah, there's still a lot to happen. You've only seen half of the area.
God.
Yes, yes.
So, there's some shit going on. So, what was the name of the faction that I told to just come on over?
The Burning Banner.
Burning Banner. Interesting. This the plot only continues to thicken. It's so viscous.
It's basically like trying to, it's basically honey at this point.
Right, fucking molasses. I
Molasses.
can't wade through this.
It's like, god damn. You've got one unconscious elf, 3 dead Grey Patriots, whatever the fuck is coming down the trail, this burning banner,
Yeah,
allegedly.
we really let the cat out of the bag. We gotta find Sahnd and get him out of here.
I'll see how easy that whole thing is.
That whole thing.
This whole thing is. Yeah, there's quite a bit going on. I mean, we're just in Sand's camp. There's other crazy shit.
Oh yeah, we're not even we haven't even seen what's going on in Kobold Camp yet.
All you guys know is that there's some sort of twisted kobolds over there, and they do bad things to people.
I'm still terrified about what this burning banner is.
Yeah, and it did complicate getting Sahnd out of here, but in Siren's mind, it was more dead baddies. Like, let them kill each other, right?
Hey, you know what? It works. And honestly, like, we have our escape route. It's not connected to the rest of everything.
Right.
We're good to go.
We just gotta find him and get out of here.
He just has to get over here, and then we get him. We
Get
get
him.
it, and that's it. Oh, nobody else watches as much Funhouse as I do. Never mind.
I used to.
I know.
I don't really watch any gaming YouTube videos anymore.
I was about to say they're the only one, but I can't say that with absolute certainty, because I do like watching Markiplier stuff still to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing a crazy project all year with Ethan from Crankgag Plays called Unisanis, where they've been doing daily uploads and are deleting it after 365 days.
Interesting.
It's a very cool project. But mostly I just watch art YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very relaxing.
I watch a lot of fan of Heroes of the Storms and MF Pally time. So I'm
Same.
gonna watch stuff on YouTube.
Yep.
Nice. YouTube is my main source of like video and
Streaming and yeah, same here. Yeah, media. Well, not media, but yeah, just streaming content. Here, one second, I'll be back.
I'm gonna punch so many motherfuckers. Oh, Dom, I was gonna ask this in the middle of stuff, but then I decided not to. But I
Yes.
do need a clarification. So does the Eldritch Claw tattoo make my D4 of grapple damage magic as well? Does that count as unarmed? Because I'm getting that from my unarmed feature.
Is that do you get that feature whether or not you're wearing the spiked armor? I guess is my question.
Yeah, that's just my unarmed fighting style. That has nothing to do with the spike armor. I got
Then,
unarmed
yes.
fighting from being a fighter.
Then yes,
Cool.
those would count as magical if that is from unarmed fighting.
I am
The spikes
the
from
Eldritch Claw
your
tattoo-
armor, those
Mhm,
wouldn't.
That's not
but
magical yet.
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
not magical, and that wouldn't
that
get
I
the
don't
benefit
have
from
yet,
your
yeah.
fists.
Cool.
But yes,
The Eldritch Claw tattoo literally like solidified my ability to
Oh,
fight
yeah.
unarmed for like the rest of the
Reyn is
campaign.
so
It's
cool.
insane.
I'm very, very impressed with what you've done with him.
I'm rather pleased.
Especially since I have 3 classes at level 4.
I
Like,
know,
stab
it's
me in the
insanity.
dick.
It's absolute insanity, and I love it.
With the possibility of adding a 4th.
Right.
Yep. Which yeah, I'm pretty excited about everything with Reyn. I never expected this to be where I was with this character when I made him. Not
yeah.
one bit. I was ready to be full bard.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was gonna go full bard and either pick up swords or valor, and that was gonna be where I got most of my melee stuff. But yeah, it turned into a whole different fucking
The
thing.
whole thing.
I'm quite pleased. I like this
Me
better.
too.
I like
This
this
is
more.
way better. Like,
Oh,
Ryan, it's real
Ryan.
bad.
You've brought in the static
Oh, no.
storm.
It's like we're getting Ryan's signal from Mars or something. Every now and again, there's a
It just
terrible
decides.
storm.
Are we okay?
Still
Oh, oh.
crackling on us.
That sounds pretty alright right now. Say
Yeah.
automatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
Alright,
All
that
right,
sounds
that's pretty good.
Okay.
We'll let you know if it turns into a storm of sounds again. Jacob,
No,
are you back?
cool.
Oh, Jacob
yes.
is back.
Okay,
Yes.
since we're all back, let's hop back into it. So, with your various perceptions, you all clearly hear what sounds to be some sort of war cry coming in from far over to the east, over towards Jarella's camp. Reyn, you actually hear some sort of at first you're not quite sure exactly where you're hearing it from, but over on Jarella's side of thing, from the caves, it almost gives it an amplification. You can hear some sort of cries from help, but they're not draconic voices. If anything, they sound almost dwarvish.
Bro.
For the rest of you that are all here in camp, you can see Ruse begins to head, the one-eyed lieutenant of Sahnd, begins to head towards the lap, while the rest of it appears there's about 6 bandits or so, or kind of lining up the space in between King's Pyre's lap, them creating kind of a defensive line, and then the camps, leaving it more or less from where your guys are at. No one's running towards you guys. They're all shoring up for wherever Sand's at.
I hear people lining up. I'm just like, oh, if I can sneak over there.
I think at this point, Reyn's plan is to reconvene with the party, which I believe does mean it's zipline time.
Roll me acrobatics.
Yeah.
I will point out when he gets within 30 feet of Çiaran, the sound of the zip line being like a loud will just go to like a tiny little buzz.
If it helps me at all, Dom, I am planning on taking this magic bow with me and using it to ride the zip line since
Of
it's durable
course.
because it's magic.
Indeed, you've got the +1 bow with the 20 arrows. Kaitaran Uvian is passed out up here and will not be shooting at anybody. What'd you roll for that acrobatics?
I got a 17.
17.
Nice.
Just it sounds noisy to you, Reyn. However, you do get this kind of nice little ride past the waterfall, and you kind of get to look out across the moon sea. You see that the cup of the King's Pyre statue is lit up. It's a brief moment of serene as you zipline past this waterfall, and then you land square at the base of the tree. From Çiaran, you see Reyn just drop right down below you. And you can
guess
see
Çiaran
the
will,
rest of the party are pulling the dead body of little Eric into the cave.
Cool. And then basically from what I heard you just describe, the camp has more or less been abandoned. They're trying to defend Sahnd.
Yes, they are. Right now, there are about 6 bandits and Ruse. Ruse is heading, and you were able to look while you're doing the zip line. She is heading towards the King's Pyre lap, where Sahnd and Jarella have been meeting. So the back half of the camp, at least towards Sand's tent, and most of the tents seem to be, for the time being, abandoned.
Cool.
This might actually be a good chance for one of us real quick to actually look through Sand's tent. There might be something useful, and I don't know if we get another chance.
It's true.
Yep. Well, all right, now we're going to try and ambush him from in there, right? Because we're assuming he's going to have to go in there before they try and leave or do anything.
We hope so.
It's either ambush him there or at the center. I mean, if they kill him, that's fine, but we got to retrieve the body somehow. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and I'd like to get him back alive if we can. But, yeah. Reyn looks up. Çiaran, do you need help down?
She's actually, like, beckoning you over. She's gonna try and, she needs help getting this kobold down without killing it.
Oh, okay.
Make me athletics as you're like, all right, can you catch this, Reyn?
Yeah, I'm going to try. That is going to be that's a 20. That's 15 plus 5.
Yeah, you're able to the body just.
It just goes into his arm. That's a weird fucking kobold.
Yeah, now that you see up close, it is it's a winged kobold with 2 heads. You've never seen anything like it. Both heads appear to be
weird.
Can move independently.
Well, before Çiaran climbs down, she's gonna drop her rope that she has and ask Reyn to tie it up while she's climbing down.
Okay.
Looking over, you can see all the kind of bandits that are lined up. Each one of them has a light crossbow, and they all kind of aim up and fire a volley across the lap. In return, you can see streaks of fire arcing up and towards hitting different parts of the camp. It doesn't, catch any of them, but you begin to see volleys from each force beginning to fire back and forth.
Crazy.
Damn.
Very, very interesting. You guys gonna get inside Sand's camp while we're taking care of this kobold situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to take a look through the tent while you guys are doing that.
So
Yeah.
while they're getting this this 2-headed kobold down, you guys are able to go into Sand's tent. It's a military style tent, pitched towards the north of the main camp. So as you get inside, you see a map of the Iron Route is spread over a table inside the tent. There's various notations that have been inked onto the map, and chess pieces are kind of positioned across its surface. Scrolls, coins, and wax seals kind of clutter the rest of the table. At the rear of the tent, there's an ornately carved wooden rack that sits with a wooden chest upon it. The chest is locked with a heavy padlock.
Oh, I don't have the tools anymore. The thieves' tools. Gelt, if you can, see if there's a way to open up that chest, and I'll take a look here at the map and see what I can figure out.
I have
Well, actually,
my rapier. That's pretty much it.
oh boy. I don't have a whole lot. I could light it on fire. I don't know if
Is
we
there a
want to do
sword?
that.
Is there a sword or something? Can we look around the tent for like a sword or maybe an axe or something like that?
Lorg actually comes up to you and you're like, "What if you had something for that? Could you open it?"
Yeah, definitely. If we could provide leverage on it, we could maybe pop it off.
Well, how about this? And he
I
reaches
love
into
smart
his
Gelt.
Yeah.
he reaches into his boot and kind of pulls out like the better part of a pick. Not as good as what it used to be, but if you need to get the lock open, I don't know how useful a sword's gonna be, but you use this.
Try that.
So he does have his
Give it-
own
give it
set
to that
of
man.
thieves' tools.
Actually, Gelt, you're smart now. I'll trade you. I'll open that. You look at the map.
There we go. That's right. Trading positions now.
Gelt, roll me an
Alright.
intelligence check
We can do that now, actually.
with a +4.
Like, I
That is
think as a
going to be
DM,
16.
that's
A
awesome.
16. Looking
Yep, I
through,
love
you
it.
can see that these. It's kind of a map of all the different kind of hideouts that the the Grey Patriots have been using across the Iron Route. But you see something more troubling, especially with your new brain power, is that you see pieces that aren't the Grey Patriots, and looking kind of through the papers and the maps, it looks like Krulek is trying to raise some sort of mercenary army to take on the merchant houses of Phlan.
Ooh.
Alder, go ahead and roll me those thieves tools.
Absolutely. And that's plus the proficiency on that one, right? All right. So that's going to be a 17.
17. You get there, and there's a bit of dust on top of the lock. But you go ahead and you feel the tumbler inside just kind of click open, and you open up the chest, and immediately a sharp piece of metal flies out and makes an attack against you.
Forza was trapped.
Of course.
Okay, that is it's gonna be 13.
13. Oh, that does hit because I don't have my mage armor up. Yeah.
Ah, okay. It does.
I didn't think to cast it yet. You're right.
Shield,
Yep.
though?
I do have shield. I could use shield. Let's go ahead. I still actually have
remember
first level.
you have your pally boy with you, but
Being
Okay.
hit by this attack.
So
true.
you using shield?
Yeah, we'll use the shield.
Shield. It comes at you, and you put your hands in front of you, and you kind of instinctively throw up that kind of magical energy in it. Bing. You hear this thing clash against you, and floating in front of you it appears to be a sword that kind of bobs in the air. And go ahead, and that's going to be Gelt, Alder, and Lorg. You guys go ahead, roll me a quick initiative.
Okay.
That son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Are you kidding me?
Sahnd Krulek is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he is.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
I missed it. What's happening?
Sword's attacking us.
Sword.
They opened up Sand's
Yeah,
personal
weird.
chest, and a flying sword came out of it.
Oh,
Yep.
It's dope, but rip.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
That's what we get from going through other people's stuff.
It's fun though.
It is, yeah.
Adventurous. We steal from the evil.
Okie dokie. So that is a 10 and 21. Alder, you are first.
Sweet. So this thing is just like floating above, right?
Yeah, it took as it opened up, it went and did an attack against you. You're able to block it, and now it is like almost spinning backwards, preparing to make another strike.
Gotcha. Okay. God, I don't want to burn down the tent.
Not yet.
We're all in it. Yeah. How close is everyone to me right now? Oh, dang.
It's it's a decently sized tent, but I mean no bigger than like a 10 by 10 room.
Yeah, like I wanna do, like the thunder wave and all, but I don't want to hit the chest because that's within 5 feet of me there. So, yeah.
Damn.
Eh? I will go ahead then. I think I'll actually go ahead. I'll use. Man.
Come on, guys,
overthinking it too much.
make a decision.
Yeah, I'll do disengage and head back like towards the kind of further back into the tent, like towards Gelt, to try and get some distance from it.
Gotcha. So yeah, you disengage. You're able to back up and get away from this this kind of flying sword. Gelt, it is. Gelt, it's actually you.
It is, alright. Alder, do you not have any weapons?
I do have a dagger, but
Still a good
Yeah.
option
Not
if
really
you
great
would
with it.
though.
True. So I'll make an attack on this thing with my whip, dude. If it's
Go
come out
ahead.
instead of
Make
attacking
an
my bud.
attack.
17.
17 just hits.
Okay, let's get to know that.
They're dodgy as fuck.
Okay.
And also just straight up swords.
8 damage.
8 damage. Yeah, you're able to
I
you
rolled really low.
king, and you're able to make a kind of a deep kind of cut into it. It's definitely a hard shot considering it's just a sword, but you're able to nick it pretty well.
Good.
It's still magically enchanted. It's actually its turn next, so it's gonna fly forward and make an attack against you, Gelt.
Sure.
That is going to be 21.
I use my AC, or excuse me, I use my reaction to increase my AC to 22.
Alright. Bing! Then Lorg's gonna try to take a shot at it. He does not. So Alder, it's you again.
Alright, if I have enough distance, I'll try the firebolt here, but is it too close where I'm gonna have disadvantage?
You were able to disengage and put Gelt in between you, so yeah, you can do a firebolt without a disadvantage.
Sweet. We will go for that then. And that's gonna be a 19.
19 will hit.
Cool. And that's for 2 fire damage, so just a little pot shot.
You kind of blacken one part of the sword. It begins to kind of shake oddly. Kind of spicy. Gelt, your turn.
Gelt. Oh no, that's not gonna do. That's gonna be a 7.
Yeah, that is not going to do as the sword comes flying through the air. This time it's a 22.
That do hit.
So you go for it and it completely just there's no body there for you to kind of connect with, and it moves in. It floats in the air. It's a hard combatant. You are going to take. You take 9 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay.
As it gets you right across the arm, makes a deep cut into it. Lorg, do you got this? Lorg, it catches into your arm and it stays as it starts to try to pull its way out of your arm, Gelt. And Lorg takes this opportunity to come over and brings down his short sword with both hands, and it goes from that cut you made earlier and snaps it in half. The hilt falls to the ground, and while you do have to pull the blade out from your arm, this sword lies broken at your feet.
Okay.
Yay.
Yes, good stuff.
Cheeky
Interesting.
bastard, to say the least.
Yeah.
You okay, Gil?
Yeah. Yes, I will. Gelt's thinking, can he take this to someone and get it repaired?
You
Use
may
it for himself?
You may certainly try.
That's all right. We'll just go and rips the blade out. He's like, nice trophy. And fucking picks up
Throws
the
it in
hilt.
gear.
Yep.
Alder looks at this, he's like, he's smart, and he's still Gil.
Hey man, he just likes his trophies. Right? You can't take away a man's
Gil,
pleasure.
no,
It's a hobby.
totally, no. No, that's an important part of Gil. I love it.
Looking inside the chest, you find that there's about 125 kind of just loose gold piece coins laying about. What you find in there really is an emerald necklace in the shape of a huge heart.
Yes!
That's the one we need.
And even in this kind of dull light, it just immediately reflects almost all the light around. It almost glows dimly.
Yes.
Good stuff.
We hit the jackpot, friend.
Braden
Good
Gil's
stuff.
be happy from us.
Hell fucking yeah.
It does appear to be the heart of Mithranor.
Mhm.
Okay, everybody, for doing that, everybody add 100 XP
Yay.
Yay!
Whoop whoop.
individually
Good
for
fucking stuff.
We're
so
going
close.
through the
So
through the trap
fucking
chest
close.
and finding the heart of Mr. Nor.
Close.
How close are you guys?
Like, it's 6,500.
Yep.
Then I'm like 48 experience away.
Oh wow.
So
We've gotten like 650 something along the way already this adventure.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Wow. I assume we hear the clattering of swords
There's
and
a
probably hurry into there.
pink pink, and then after 12 seconds, they have enough to you catch the body of this unconscious two-headed kobold, sling it over your shoulder, start heading into the tent. Rathine's kind of looking out from the cave entrance, and you hear pink pink, and then silence. As you walk in, you can see all they're holding up this just incredible necklace.
Huh.
So we finally got it.
Well, looks like we found what we were looking for. One of them.
Good. I'm glad it was in here. That's very convenient. Çiaran, what the heck is up with what is Kobold and why unconscious?
Okay, glad you asked. So, there seems to be a third faction involved in this nonsense called the Burning Banner, and they were waiting for a time to strike, like tonight. I may have told them to go ahead and do that with this, since she produces the Sending Stone.
Is the Burning Banner a mercenary company, Dom? Do I
Um,
recognize the name?
Roll history.
And I am a mercenary veteran, so I do have some better than average knowledge on that stuff if it is. 16 history.
16 history. The Burning Matter is not. You know for a fact that is not any sort of mercenary group that works out in the Moonsea area.
Got it.
But it seems they were targeting Jarella. Is my memory correct there?
That
Tom?
is correct.
Okay.
The exact words, because
What?
it just happens that you heard, were. Let me roll back up. Jarella won't suspect a thing. She's too busy with the humans. There's no better time to attack than now. Kill the heretic, and the cult of the dragon shall shower you in gold.
Oh.
So they're hired by the Cult of the Dragon. That's right.
But that means that Jarella doesn't have the... And I'm assuming Çiaran would have relayed what you just said, Dom, to
Oh
us,
yeah,
correct?
Yeah, that happened like 5 seconds ago. She's
Still
got the
that.
passive insight to remember.
Perfect. Then Reyn would say what I was going to say. Well, then that means that Jarella doesn't have the backing of the Cult of the Dragon. She must be some kind of upstart or something.
Is the enemy of our enemy our friend?
No, I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying that... I don't know what I'm saying. It's just weird. It's not what I was expecting.
I say they're our friend if they're trying to cause a ruckus and help us get our target. I mean, they're not a long-term friend, but we can use that to our advantage, obviously.
If Jarella's going to be indisposed, then we don't have to worry about that half of the pyre. We just need to worry about what we're doing and get Sahnd out of here.
As you guys are having that, Rathine enters. Hey, so you got all of them coming. What, are we making a stand here? Because they are gonna be here. Sahnd just crossed the waterfall.
Yeah, I think the idea is that we're going to be... Oh, well, shit, it'd be hard to fight in here. No, we're gonna take out Sahnd and fight all of them. Yeah, we have to stand at this point, I think. But if we can get an ambush off on him from in here, he enters, we just kind of fall in on him.
I'll spike growth directly behind him as soon as he enters, so he can't leave, and anyone who wants to follow is going to get hurt.
Should I get off to the side somewhere, throw down some fire, maybe try to make a wall, or at least get anybody that's coming in a line towards us?
Yeah, if you can handle rank and file outside. Or to some degree, yeah. This is gonna get weird, guys.
Could you get up on that those cliffs? If you're gonna shoot fire? I mean...
Think you could climb that high, Alder?
I think with a little bit of luck and a good try, I think you could, but I'm not gonna force you to do anything.
Possibly. I'm bringing up the map of that place real quick.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
right next to the
Reyn,
same cliff
Reyn
that I
knows for a
climbed.
fact that it's definitely climbable.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Let's go for it. It's cool. Yeah, I'll try and get an advantage and do what I can.
And I am literally giving you good luck. Here's a bardic inspiration.
Good stuff.
Woo!
Alright, Alder, Athena's gonna go with you, so go ahead and make that athletics check. She will give you some help,
Yay.
because she is a very strong lady.
Cool. Okay. So first one. That's gonna be a 10, and that was with the inspiration.
10.
Damn.
I'm not super great.
Yeah.
That's...
That you get a good chunk of the way up there, but it's your foot slips and you begin to start to kind of fall. Luckily, you're not very high up yet. You do have help, so roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, see if you do better.
Not better. That one was a 5.
Yeah, it's
That
not
was
happening.
high.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
That's a nice idea.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, hey.
I mean-
But yeah, no worries. We'll just find someplace to be ready. I don't know. This is
That's going to
going
be
way
stealth
back.
checks for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like there's like sort of like brush or something nearby. I could try and hide it there real quick, but
Reyn, are we gonna meet him on the front lines, or?
No, I'm still all for like us being in here and not having it look like there's anybody in camp. Sahnd should be coming in here, and we can just fall in on him, take him out while the rest of his men are outside.
Sure.
So yeah.
So, as I said,
but I do like your
group
idea,
stealth
Alder.
checks.
Yeah. And we're out of pass now, right? Or no?
Pass
Okay,
without
so-
trace. At
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
point, yeah, I'd say that we've reached that hour.
So I rolled an 11, but can I find like a dark corner of the tent if that exists in here?
You'd have to turn off the light.
Oh baby, can we turn off the light, guys?
Was the light on when we came in here?
I'm
There
guessing
is
it
indeed
was, yeah.
a lantern in here.
Lanterns blow out.
Oh, you get the +10 because I'm here.
Oh no,
wait, is
no,
Mass
yeah.
still here?
Oh, I just passed
no.
it out.
Dom said pass without trace would be up by now, I think.
Yeah, that's why I rolled an 11.
It took a whole half hour between climbing the tree and here.
That's actually
That's what I said, and that's what we're sticking
Okay.
to.
Okay.
cool.
So, did you get so 13 on stealth, 14 on stealth, 10, 11. Let's see.
My plan is still just to be in here, so
Lower rolls a 16. Athene rolls a 12.
Oof.
Gelt, you can blow the lantern off, basically. If you would like, so I will ask.
I will ask the group if they were okay with
we can all
that.
see the room is small enough.
Okay, then to go ahead and do it, blow it out.
You blow out the lights. You guys, so Alder and Athene can see the approach. It is Ruse. Ruse. It looks like 2 bandits. A few others are still kind of firing varied volleys across over towards Jarella's camp. You can hear Ruse and Sahnd talking back and forth. You can Sahnd's like, I knew that dirty dragonborn, and continues to walk through. Ruse and Sahnd both enter the tent.
Oof.
Where the hell is my... What? Go ahead and... I will give you guys the surprise round for in there. But go ahead and roll me initiative first.
Yes, much better initiative.
Should I roll as well?
Yes. Everybody needs to roll. So, Gelt, that's a 19. Çiaran's 5. Reyn's 15. 15. Alder and Reyn, decide which one of you guys would like to go first.
That's really up to you, Alder.
I'm outside the tent at this point, right? Because I was trying to.
You're ducked
Yeah.
underneath where you guys basically have switched positions to where Çiaran and Reyn were.
So ducked underneath by the tree, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I've got no big preference. If you want me to get a jump from the outside, I can go first. But if you want to focus on just getting these people inside the tent, I say you go first.
Okay, then I'll take the top spot at 15 then.
Okay.
And where's Ruse? Rose. Ah, there you are. Yeah. And then
Oh, and
Right.
while we were prepping, I would have gotten my shield on my arm, and I don't have the liar yet, but I'm getting ready to draw it.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys have time to, have your shields out and everything. You know a fight is coming.
Okay. Can I
So-
cast what's it called? Shield of Faithful on me?
Yeah, you have time for that. Well,
Shield of
you
Faith.
gotta
sorry.
choose. Did you want to activate your darkness, which is, I assume, why the reason you took out the light, because you can either activate the
was-
darkness or have Shield of Faith. But I was under the impression, and they both take a bonus action, so.
They do. Yeah, I was going to go ahead and activate the thing, but since it's already like I'm looking around trying to be stealthful, and I'm just looking at my friends and noticing how they're not being stealthy either, and I'm like, there's no point.
Thank you for the explanation.
'cause we put
The
more
answer,
trying.
the answer I'm looking for is which one? So you're gonna do
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
I will also do Mage Arbor for myself then.
Got it. I'll just go around. Anybody else got any of that? Rathine and Lorg don't have any. They're not spellcasters.
Sahnd is in the tent now, or did he see us before he got in?
No, they both walked in. Ruse and Sands.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the spike growth behind them.
Okie. Well then, initiative. Here we are.
Ah.
So, at the top of initiative, that's gonna be Sahnd.
Of course.
Sahnd, though he doesn't have dark vision, walks in, lights out. Say 10 by 10 tent. Says some sort of curse under his breath, and he is going to. He is actually going to use his leadership ability on Ruse.
Oh, cool. I've never heard of that. What's a leadership ability? Is it
You'll
like
find out.
Okay.
So, Sand's going to use a leadership ability on Ruse, and Ruse, who goes next, is going to step into this fight. Let's
Alrighty,
see.
boyo.
There's 3 of you guys. Well, there's 4 of you, because Lorg is also in here. So let's see who she goes up against first. Where's the D4 when you need it?
Alright.
What? Okay. That's going to be against you, Gelt.
Sure. Okay.
So,
Do it. He's our tank.
it's going to be a 23.
Oh,
That would hit, but I'm going to use my reaction to increase my AC from 21 to 24
what?
because I have a +3 because of defensive duelist.
Isn't
I
that
get to
based on
add-
your proficiency, which is a +2?
My dexterity proficiency is +3.
No,
No, it's based on your proficiency
Because
modifier, not your
that's a new
dexterity.
number that you're throwing out at me right now.
Yeah, it's always been a +2.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time you
Yeah.
just used that reaction, it upped you to a 22. So,
I'm at 19, so that I upped it by 3 then.
So it's still not enough.
Okay. Well, then it would hit.
Okay, it does hit. So, Ruse, she is wielding Where's Ruse stat block?
Ah.
So, Ruse is actually wielding a great axe.
Oh boy.
So she does get the hits.
Yes.
Definitely helps with that. So that's going to be. I never get to use these. That's a D12.
Oh wow, those are big dices.
Yeah, you're gonna take 14 points of slashing damage.
That do hurt.
And then it is to Gelt.
All right. So since it is my turn,
Oh, you had Shield of Faith on you. That's what
Yes.
it was. But it's
which
still
I'm
an
gonna
effect
actually need to
regardless.
roll concentration on since that did
Yes,
hit.
indeed.
Well, hey, at least that's good. 17.
17th, yep, you maintain concentration. So she brings this great axe and catches you on the other arm. Brings it with an unnerving amount of confidence. And there's just a lot of power behind it. She seems, you're guessing that she's just as strong as Reyn is.
Oh damn.
And crashes into you. You know that's going to leave a heck of a scar on your other arm, but you're able to maintain concentration and hold on to that.
Cool. Well, I'm hurting pretty much at this moment, so I'm gonna take 15 cure wound points and pump those into myself to bring myself back up to 30.
Lay on hands.
Yeah, lay on hands. Sorry.
I got you. So Gelt touches himself
Oh, it is once per battle every time.
every time. I assume you're going to stay in the tent
For the moment.
for the moment. All right. Gelt puts a hand on his arm and undoes some of the damage from that last big strike and a little extra. Reyn.
Am I able to get to Sahnd?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action, and I would like to start raging.
You begin to rage.
And then I'm going to use my action to attempt to grapple Sahnd. Please make a opposing athletics or acrobatics check.
All right. He is because he's going to do athletics. Okay. Oh no. That's a 4.
I got a 20.
So you do have Sahnd grappled.
Good. He takes 2 points of magical bludgeoning damage as it happens.
2 points for Sahnd. Got it.
And I am just going to sit right here and start beating the shit out of him on my next turn.
Got it.
Love it.
Siren, would you, when you cast Spike Growth, because the rest of a couple of bandits are behind them, do they need to make a save?
I put it so like the closest side of it is like just beneath their feet when combat first started when I cast it. So they would have had to make a save, yeah.
Well,
Okay. So let's see if they notice it. What's your spell save? 16.
16 sounds right. Let me double check. Sorry.
that should be
Oh no, it's
14 at most.
Yeah,
14.
14.
All right.
I was thinking about my spell attack, which is 17.
2 of them fail.
plus
One of
7.
them succeeds. One of them is, and the other 2 go definitely have walked into it. They hear kind of the commotion coming about, so they travel. I'd say they get 10 feet in before they try to come back out of it.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Ouchie.
So I need you to roll me 8d4.
Ooh.
Okay. You said how many? 6?
8.
8.
Yep, 2d4 for every 5 feet of traveling.
20 piercing?
20 piercing damage. That's You've seen what happens when somebody only walks like 5 feet into it, walking 10 feet and then trying to get back out. They never make it back out.
Oh.
Instead, they get in and they're kind of stuck, and they try to get through, and they end up really just kind of knocking each other. One of them is like trying to reach into there to try to pull them out, and they just eventually they just fall into it, and then there's nothing. The one that does make it begins to run towards the other kind of 3 remaining bandits who are firing away, and begins to run towards them. It is now Alder's turn.
Sweet. I will go ahead and cast Chromatic. If I can see that guy that's running there, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on him
You can.
right now.
Chromatic Orb has that 120 feet, or is it 90?
I think 90, but it might be 120.
Chromatic Orb has. Show me.
It's 90. It's
90?
feet.
Yeah, you got it.
Cool. Do a 14 hit?
A 14. It do hit.
Yes.
Yay. Thank goodness. Sweating that one a little bit.
Hey, like, I think you come in like right on the AC like so often, Alder.
I'll take the meats. I'll take that over the alternative. So,
Absolutely.
and that's gonna be 8 fire damage on that guy.
It's the Chromatic Orb streaks across and gets this guy square in the back, and he stumbles forward, heavily burned, and kind of yelps out, but he does not go down.
Dang. Okay, so am I positioned kind of near the cliff right now?
Yeah, you're in kind of that space in between, like, the cliff and these kind of rocks in front, that kind of cave entrance, if we're looking on the map. So you're kind of tucked behind there. So you popped up. He's running past, away from Sahnd's tent, through that little opening between the shrubbery. That's shrubbery!
Shrubbery.
And he's making his way around the tents when you pelt them. The remaining bandits are kind of on, if you're looking to the left of the tents, you see that looks like there's that kind of two-layered, I don't know. Platform's not the correct word because it's naturally forming, but
I believe they might be mesas. Very small mesas.
yeah.
But it
But
depends
do you
on
see?
your
Do you see
definition.
where I'm kind of pointing out? It's got
Yes,
the looks
yes.
like there's a log that goes across the waterfall over to the left.
Yeah.
The 3 bandits are up there lobbing volleys of crossbow bolts.
Gotcha, and that's where that guy was heading towards
Yes.
that I just shot?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he doesn't.
Okay.
He was using his, so he goes able to make 60 feet there. You think that by the time it hits his turn again, he's going to be able to make it to them.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So-
I'll point out to Rathing that he's going to be warning the others, but I'm kind of I'm about to be out of range, or like if you have something to throw it, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll just relay that and stay nearby, just keeping an eye on the tents and looking for any reinforcements that might be coming back.
It is actually Rathine's turn afterwards, so she takes one of the hand axes, the extra one that Reyn gave her, and she's gonna try to catch this dude with the hand axe.
I'm gonna actually give her the 18 on my portent.
You're so
Oh,
good. I
that-
love you.
That does the. I don't even need to roll for that. The hand axe goes flying through the air and catches the dude right in the back of the skull. Just,
Beautiful.
think, frontiersman style, just boom, 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 poof. And so he stumbles from the fire. He's like, "You need to hit him." She's like, just nods, pulls it out. Boom, 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 boom. And he
Beautiful.
hits the ground.
That's so good.
So that's going to be Rathine's turn. It's Lorg's. So he kind of what does Lorg do in this situation? He is going to try to make a short sword strike against this ruse character. Okay, yeah, that'll do. For minimum damage, but got him.
Still damage.
So it comes over, and while Ruse is pulling the battle axe out of Gelt, Lord kind of steps in and gets an upwards cut and cuts her arm. It's only a glancing blow, but there is bloodshed. Now it is Çiaran.
Okay, she's gonna whip out that handy dandy knife and go for Ruse.
A ruse.
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 So 22 to hit?
A 22 to hit. Yeah, that'll do.
Excellent. I assume she's not a dragon.
She is not a dragon.
Secret dragon.
No, not a secret dragon.
That's our dragon tester.
It's gonna be 6 piercing, 6 acid. Thank you very much.
Alright. She's not resistant to either one of those. So you drive deep into the kind of upper arm, and it just, once again, you feel like you're just able to cut through things. They're just like, you're used to the resistance. But with this dagger, you just pokes into people. She only appears to be wearing some sort of hide armor, and so you dig in deep and get her right in the arm.
Glorious. Thank you. That's my turn.
Alright.
You're doing really good with that dagger.
Right? It's paying off.
So that brings us back to the top. It's Sahnd. He is not liking any of what is going on. So, yeah, that one makes sense there. So he's gonna try to break the grapple.
No way out. No way out.
That's 21.
He rolls a 23.
Ooh.
So he's able to get one of the arms in there, and with a surprising amount of training from a grapple, is able to kind of get his hands underneath and break from that. And you can hear him say, "Who in the 9 hells?" And he begins to pull out a great sword. That is over his back, and has it in front of him, and steadied at your chest, Reyn. So that's gonna be his turn, because that's how get out of that one. Ruse is gonna see how this is going, and she begins to shake. Her skin, while you guys cannot see it, turns into a bright shade of red, as if the blood flushes to all of her extremities, and she begins to. I need Lorg, Çiaran, and Gelt to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw.
And then I roll a d4, and that's what gets minus to your guys' saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Okay. 18?
Minus 2.
16.
16, okay. Gelt?
21.
21, so 19.
So wait, what is it? So it's like just you're reducing our roll just for this, or?
It is an ability because of what's going on, the leadership, and she's a berserker, so she gets her own special things. Lorg rolls a 9 with that, so she makes a big, almost like spin around, catching all of you guys. You both pass, so you're only going to take half damage. Lorg is going to take the full damage of this one, and he is going to be in a world of hurt.
Oof.
So that is D12s. I never get to use D12s.
Oh, those are fat.
Where's my... There's the other D. And then... So, for those who passed, you're both going to take 14 points of damage.
Jesus.
Lorg catches this battle axe straight in the neck, and it just cleaves right through and separates his head from his shoulders.
Oh!
Oh no. Can I use my Oath of Redemption ability?
Oh.
What are you trying to do here?
I just want to return the damage to the person who attacked.
Let me take a look at the wording of that real quick.
I have to. Well, I'm pulling it up right now. I should have had it before.
Yes. I
But
would
didn't expect
appreciate
to
if someone's going to use
rebuke
the
the
ability.
violent. Sorry.
Know what it
Use your
does.
Channel of divinity to rebuke those who use violent. Blah blah blah. Someone with an attacker within 30 feet of you deals damage. Can use my reaction to force the attacker to make a Wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage.
Yes,
On a successful,
absolutely.
it takes half.
You can use your channel divinity that way. Ruse needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Would you believe that Ruse's wisdom is not her highest stat?
I bet it's not.
That's a 7.
I know.
Ooh.
So
Well, she takes a decent amount of radiant damage, I bet, if
Yes,
she's fucking
that
killed
is.
him.
yeah, that's it. So yeah, she takes 28 points of radiant damage.
You know,
Okay, so the way it's worded,
Yeah.
Tom, is immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of you deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you. So it deals damage. So it's going to take the damage that it dealt to all of us?
Mm,
Mm.
Because that's
I mean-
weird wording.
You have to-
That's
no, you have to
I'm
take a
looking at the
specific
wording.
creature that
Okay.
did
Yeah.
damage
Yeah.
to it. Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking
one
at the
creature to
wording,
one
and it's
creature.
it's going to be 28 because
Okay.
that is the you guys saved on that and took half that damage, which is why you took 14. Lorg took the full 28. If it's going to be a other creature, and I assume it's the one that murdered, then that would be 28 points
Yeah.
of radiant damage. Back to Ruse.
Okay.
And it's almost as if as soon as the life force, it almost like attacks Ruse as Lorg falls. And there's this awful kind of searing noise as it's almost as if the great axe burns itself into her hands, and you can see searing going from her like hands up her arms to the elbow. Almost think Orochimaru after getting his arm sealed away.
Yes.
But
Oof.
from burn marks, so that does a significant amount of damage. She's still on her feet. That her whole rage does not protect against radiant damage. So
No, it fucking doesn't.
so she eats all of that, and she lets out a roar that is. It has the same power that you've heard Reyn's Ballad of Nothing, but there's no poetry to this. It's almost as if her eyes have rolled back into her head. And she's going to use her bonus action to make an attack against you, Gelt, after that.
How did she know it was me?
The dude in the holy armor of Tyr, next to someone wearing wooden armor. I'm sure she can't put it together. That is going to be a 25.
The dude.
You're going to take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As
Let me roll my
it goes around, and she does this kind of whirlwind, and then as she comes back around for the full rotation, she leans forward and catches you with the side of the great axe.
My concentration's 14.
14. Yep, you are able to maintain.
Cool.
All right, that's Ruse's turn. Gelt, it's your turn.
God, I'm just gonna be fucking touching myself the majority of this fucking fight, dude. So I'm gonna actually fucking use Cure Wounds on myself.
All right, how much you cure up
I'm
for?
hurting. That's a D8, right?
Uh-huh. Push your spellcasting modifier.
That is going to be 10.
10. So you heal back. Really, you've just been watching Gelt just almost stitch himself together as you just see slash after slash appear on him. She is, it's Jacob. You would probably get this better than most, but she's just Sonia'd you. She just spun it to one it.
Literally, I fucking hate that. That's exactly what I thought of when you said that too.
Yes.
I guess Cure Wounds is a main action, so that's pretty much my turn, I guess.
All right. Reyn.
Reyn uses a bonus action and says his command word pins and needles as he activates the once per day of the Eldritch Claw to make the tattoo come even more to life and do some more damage and shit. And he's gonna attack Sahnd.
You're gonna wreck it. Oop, Nick, you've cut off.
Oh no, anticlimactic wrecking. I'm gonna wreck it as he kicks
The
his round.
sound of you dropping out was so sad.
Am I back again?
Yes, you are back.
Okay, got it. So since we're in darkness and I have dark vision and he doesn't, do I have advantage on him regardless?
I mean, for this one, Sahnd, how's your eyesight? His eyesight's pretty. He has a good idea of where you're at, considering he just had to break the grapple. So I would use reckless on this one. That's what I would call that one. Oop, did I lose you again?
Nope, I'm still here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
That's a 21 to hit.
A 21? Yeah, that definitely hits.
He takes... Oh, that's max on the Liar's regular damage for 14 points of piercing, and then 4 points of force.
Got it. So yeah, you bring it through, and your tattoo's energy fills the Liar and all the extra kind of handholds it has. It just kind of adds more spikes to it. And he tries to go for the parry with his great sword, and it just really just deflects it into his body more, and it catches it right in the ribs. You can feel it puncture through the plate that he wears.
Looks to suck.
Yay. That's my whole ass turn. I'm sticking right next to him.
All right. The bandits. Two of them got. All three of them are dead now. So it's just the bandits. Firing through there. Alder, it is your turn then. Since all my bandits are dead.
Oh. Alrighty, so again, looking out at the coast, I imagine I'm not seeing anything from this, and I'm just aware of what's going on in the tent, and that there's.
Yeah, you're not seeing what's going on in the tent since they're still inside. You did see those two dudes get absolutely eviscerated by that spike growth.
Yes.
You do have a good line of sight, especially with all the fire up right now. You can see that there are still 3 bandits who are still firing kind of volleys from there. You've seen a couple streaks. You do hear, however, from the other side, there's this rumbling that it seems to get closer and closer from the other side.
Dang. Okay, so hearing that, he'll look towards Rathian and be like, we probably need to get Sahnd and get out of here now. The thorns are still on the ground, so I can't get in there, can I?
The tent.
You could cut open
the
a sideway.
Easily,
You know, it is just a tent.
True. Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. So I'll head towards the side of the tent, and if I need to, I'll pull out the dagger and start kind of tearing away to see if I can get an opening.
Go ahead and make an attack against the tent with your dagger.
Cool. Do a 10 hit?
Yeah, 10 hits the
I
tent.
assume.
It is a tent.
It doesn't dodge out of the way. You got it dead to rights. No escape for you, tent.
So that's a 2 piercing damage on that with the dagger.
You get it, and you're able to pull it about 6 inches down. You know, you could stick a head in there, but it's not big enough to create an entrance
Gotcha.
with 2 points of piercing.
But you started.
Yeah, but you got like a 6-inch hole coming in through the side. From where you're at, Sand's on kind of the left, engaged with Reyn, so it's going to be closest to Reyn.
Okay.
Reyn, you can hear a tearing noise to your right.
He clocks it, doesn't look because he is too focused on Sand.
Indeed. Rathine, she wants to get a better look at what's going on, so she's going to attempt to climb up the cliffs. And Rathine does. So Rathine is climbing up the cliffs. She's got hand axe in mouth, pirate style, to get a view of what's going on.
I love her.
So then that takes us. Lorg, you're decapitated. Çiaran.
Bye.
Goodbye. So, Roos is still up, yes? Or
Yes.
down?
She's still up.
She is almost frothingly mad.
Well, I don't mind drawing some ire, so I'll give another attack with the dagger.
Go ahead and make your attack.
It's a 19 to hit.
19 will do.
Glorious.
You're on fire.
I am. My die woke up as soon as the fight started. Then I say that, and then my D6s hate me. 3 piercing and 2 acid.
3 piercing, alright. Acid support.
Damage is damage.
Damage is damage. Alright. Bring this to there. You're able to you back up until you miss the brunt of that kind of whirlwind swing. So while it does cut, it's not, you see Lorg's head, so that's not as bad. In that moment, while they're making another attack against Gelt, you're able to step forward and get a good old stab. At the start of Initiative 20, something happens that you guys don't know about. And then
What's
it's back. Something happens at Initiative 20. So it is now Sand's turn. And you hear him make a small, almost prayer, and you can hear, "For my Lord Bane," and he's gonna make a attack against you, Reynglian. Let's see, and of course it is with the greatsword. That first one's gonna be that's a negative right there. I don't think 8's gonna do it. Nick.
I'm back.
Okay. The first attack against you was an 8, which I know is not going to do. And then the second attack is going to be an unnatural 20.
That does hit.
Alright, brings the first one, actually, Alder, you can see as you're going and you're trying to cut this through, your dagger gets plinked back towards you as something hits it and knocks it out of the tent, stopping you from making a bigger hole. You're like, that's why. But this one, you hear the tear of an overhand strike. You can see a bit of blade pierce the top as Sam brings down this on you. It's 2D. Give me them D6s. Oh. So I know you're raging. So
Yes.
with half, it's gonna be 7 points of slashing damage.
Still nothing to sneeze at.
Still nothing. He's not the head of the Grey Patriots for nothing.
Nope.
They'll continue this onslaught against you, and you can hear Sahnd bark some orders. Unbeknownst to him, there's nobody to hear those orders.
Haha.
And
We're
then
very good at our jobs, actually.
and then it is going to be Roos, who's getting real fucking sick of having this dagger stab in and out of her multiple times. So she's going to make an attack against you, and she is going to. At this point, she's reckless, so she's going to make a
that's
reckless
fair.
attack.
That's fair. Please don't crit me.
Let's see, dice. How do you feel? First one's a 3.
Okay, that's definitely not a 20. That's good.
The next one's a 15 plus 5, so that's an unnatural 20.
That will hit me.
Okie dokie. So that's it.
It's not a crit.
It is.
Yeah, I'll
D.
take anything as long as it's not a crit.
All right, that's gonna be 6 points of slashing damage. It's gonna
Okay.
use a bonus action to make a strike against Gelt in
Alright.
her frenzy. Ooh. Well, Çiaran, you might have avoided the crit, but Gelt did not.
Oh,
So
Gelt.
Let's see it.
that is going to be 23 points of slashing damage to
Oh my
Gelt.
God.
The paladin is down.
Pally.
He's fallen.
Pally.
He's fallen.
And you can see, there's actual foam that is starting to drip from Roos's mouth. The eye patch has been ripped off at this point, revealing just the hollow area that is the eye hole of Roos. Her strikes get more and more manic is the word I'm going to use, but it's not. Frenzied is the correct word. That's what it is. Frenzied. And her strikes are getting even closer to Sahnd at this point as he begins to try to make space from her.
Mm.
So, Gelt, make me a death saving throw.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Gelt.
Oh, sorry, that fell off the table. That is going to be a 19.
19? One success.
So 1.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da. Reyn.
Reyn. I'm gonna try and hit him again.
As one is wont to do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna wreck it because I'm just
Wreck
gonna
it.
assume that's what I need. Especially since now there's more light coming in from outside from the hole potentially.
There's one is piercing through. The tent flaps are also lightly opened on one side, so there's bits of light in here. But I mean, everybody minus the two enemies have dark vision.
That is 19 plus 6 for 25.
Oh yeah, 25 will definitely hit the boy.
7 piercing. Oh, excuse me, no, 9 piercing, and 5 force.
For 14. Yeah, this one you catch him on the opposite side. And he brought a strike down against you, and you're able to bring one up against him. And this one seems to stagger him. You can see blood is dripping underneath the armor, but you're seeing it start to kind of spill out over the grade metal.
And he continues to sing the Ballad of Nothing as he is wont to do. That's the end of my turn.
So that is all dead. So Alder.
Continuing to tear a hole through this so I can actually look in and move around as well. So
Roll with advantage on this one since you have a hole already made.
cool. Sweet. So that'll be a not nat 20.
Not nat 20, roll damage.
5 damage on that one.
Yeah, you're able to get the rest of the way through and cut yourself an Alder-sized hole.
Very, very nice.
And you
I assume
open
that
it
would
up.
Take my action.
That is
Yeah.
going to take your action. You open it up, and there you see Reyn. It brings in the light from outside into the tent, and you can see Reyn, his Eldritch Claw tattoo, enveloped. You see the headless corpse of Lorg. You can see Gelt is currently like splayed out across the table, seemingly unconscious. Çiaran has her dagger up in the air. It's like on the other side of Gelt's. It's a total shitstorm as you open this up.
Okay. This is the wildest version of Dollglover community coming in with the pizzas.
Totally.
That's good. Rathine gets to the top of these cliffs, and she sees what she was looking for, and so she's gonna start heading towards the zip line, 'cause needs to get back to you guys fast. So that's Rathine's turn. Çiaran.
Okay, Çiaran is going to get around Roos and stand over Gelt and cast a second level Cure Wounds. So that's gonna be 2d8. That was not good, but that was better. Plus 4 is 11 healing for you, Gelt.
I appreciate you.
No problem. And then
Nope, doesn't get it.
she's going to face Roos and use her bonus action to turn into a direwolf. And with the transformation, she's gonna try to push Gelt backwards. So,
there's not enough space because now
Okay.
you've become. I mean, you are able to turn into. What I mean by there's not enough space is no matter what, Gelt is getting pushed. It knocks over this table with all of its maps,
Right.
knocking it over to the side. Gelt, you end up behind Reyn at this point. Actually, you tumble through, and Alder, you open this up just in time to, and Gelt is right there.
Honestly, perfect.
Right, yeah. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, dude.
My pleasure. And yeah, bare my teeth, teethers at Roos and call it a day.
I love you.
All right. It
Love you
is. It is Sahnd, and yeah, he thinks looking rough. There's a direwolf in here suddenly. But Roos is in her cups. So I guess he's just gonna make the 2 attacks against you, Reyn.
Yay!
One is a 15.
That misses.
The other one is a 10.
That also misses.
At this point, he is just swing between Roos's wild swinging, the direwolf pushing outside the tent, part of it ripping open. The tent is losing its structure. It's starting to fall around all of you guys, and drop lower and lower. How about everybody make me a dexterity saving throw as the tent collapses on everyone.
Hee.
Oof. Well, I'm 2. Well, it's actually, sorry, 5 total, but...
I am gonna use Ring of Evasion.
Alder, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you're outside.
You're on the outside of it. It falls
Oh.
in front of you. So yeah,
Okay,
you haven't
okay.
entered in.
That's
You were
Gotcha.
about to, and then Gelt rolled basically out in front of you, like open it
Rolled
just in
and the whole
time.
tent just fell.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I got a 13.
13. Çiaran? Is that 12? 12? Alright. Everybody is able to either cut their way or shake it off. Gelt, it just knocks you prone. So you're
Already
prone
prone?
on the ground
sure.
right now. You were like kind of stumble standing, but this brings it on top of you. You weren't. 1 second you were unconscious, and now you're partially outside of a tent. Now there's a tent on top of you. So,
Yep.
but everybody else is either able to knock to the side or put their weapon up, and clear through. It is now. It kind of opens it up, and you can see that. What's everyone's passive perception?
Oh, I think mine's 9.
9,
11.
12, 11. Siren,
Oh wait,
perception
Siren, you
is
said
based
yours
off
was
wisdom.
16, right?
oh wisdom. Then
Siren,
it's
what's your
9,
passive
yeah.
perception?
16.
16. Siren, you can see. You look up just in time, and especially in your wolfy form, what hits your nose from where you're at. Roll me survival real quick.
Oh boy. Survival is a 13.
A smell you're not super familiar with, but you can smell fire, and you're able to snap your head out, and coming across from the lap of King's Pyre, you can see large humanoids with a banner on fire coming across. They're crashing into the guards right now. It is looking very poorly for the kind of bandits that were firing volleys of arrows.
Gotcha.
So, moving on down. I think that was Sand's turn. It's now Ruse's turn. Ruse is she's got the taste of blood. So she's gonna recklessly attack you in your wolfy form, Siren.
Okie dokie.
That's gonna be an 18.
I do.
Alright, you take 8 points slashing damage. Make that next attack. Ooh,
Sorry,
that's
how
a
many-
critical.
How much damage?
8 points.
Okay.
8 points of
And
slashing damage, and then with that critical fail,
Oh.
she's actually going to hit Sand in her kind of range.
It happened.
That's for 5 points of slashing.
Nice. It
Yeah,
did fucking happen.
Catches Sand, and he tries to yell out some words to her, but it falls on deaf ears as she continues her rampage, her berserker frenzy, if you will. So, that brings us to Gelt.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use my reaction to stand up.
Half your movement, not your reaction.
Half my, half my movement. And gonna go ahead and make an attack on, if I can, on Ruse.
You'd have to do some strafing around, but yeah, you could
Okay.
set that up.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to, with Reyn kind of in front of you, to stop Sand and the fact that you use a whip. Yeah, you're able to get to Ruse from back here.
Cool. And you said it was a bonus action to activate my personal darkness thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is attack her. So I'll roll my dices. It's going to be a 17.
A 17 will hit.
Okay. Well, shit, if I could do damage, that is. Okay, we're not. That's 8 damage.
8 damage, got it. Yeah, this cuts across her, and your whip, as usual, always seems to be a little more effective, and that causes a rather large wound. You actually get across. If she had an eyeball there, she probably would have lost an eye. She doesn't, so it actually takes away less for your whip to actually slash into, but you do get her across the face, and that almost for a second you'd think, did I break the berserker? And that just steals back into it.
Okay. Cool. So then I will use my
Definitely bloody.
bonus. Glad I finally got that bitch after what she did to me. Well, I got her with that big boy rebuke, so
Yeah,
Nice.
that's the reason we're
Yeah.
here.
it's true. It is, yeah. So I'll use my bonus action to activate my personal darkness,
Do
and that's it for
And
me,
it-
guys.
it almost very similar to the way Rinthax's darkness came out in a wave. It kind of waves out from underneath your armor, and where there is that kind of shiny breastplate is now just this actual just 5 by base, Gelt-sized black, Acme style black hole. So, that's Gelt's. Reyn.
Yeah. Sand looks pretty bad at this point, right?
Ruse and Sand are both looking rather bloodied.
Got it. Because I want to bring him in alive, and I'm just cognizant enough to make this decision while raging, I believe. Reyn does put the liar away and is just going for fist attacks now.
Just fisticuffs, gotcha.
Uh-huh. And yeah, he's gonna wreck it and go for Sand. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll do.
That's going to be 11, or excuse me. Hold on. D8 instead of a D6. I got this number on the D. I roll my actual fist. So that's bludgeoning damage and 3 points of force damage.
How much?
So
It broke
11
out.
bludgeoning and 3 points of force.
Yes, that's correct.
You drop the liar, which gives you that burst of speed because now you're not worried about the weight, and you drive your fist straight up underneath Sahnd Krulek's chin, and you give him. If anyone's ever seen the panel of Spider-Man giving Superman the uppercut of his life, it's very much that as you leave the ground, and then the force propels you upwards, and you can hear the cracking of Sand's teeth as they click together, and his feet leave him. He falls backwards and hits the ground unconscious.
Oh my god, I am so glad I
That
made that
is-
decision.
That is just enough damage. Just
You
enough.
just you just shoryukened him, like
Sure you can.
Holy fuck. That's perfect. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I can do it this turn quite yet, but I am just gonna start. I'm gonna start dragging him. No, wait, no, I'm gonna finish the fight. He does turn to look at this point, and it's behind him to whoever happens to be there. He's not quite 100% sure at this point, but spits back, "Get him out of here!"
Gotcha. It is Alder's turn.
I'm not a super strong boy, so I don't know who you're expected to necessarily
Know who's
carry that.
behind him. He thought that Raytheon may still be there. He wasn't sure. He's just in the zone.
Yeah, that's fair. So we still have one that's left standing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firebolt it.
Yeah, you see Ruse. Load that firebolt.
Let's go, Ruse. Would a 14 hit or no?
Against Ruse, a 14 does hit.
Nice.
No, she actually is reckon, so you roll with advantage.
Ooh, let me fish
I
for
get that crit?
No crit, but we do hit, so we'll take it. And that's going to be 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. Gotcha. Yeah, she's a large woman, so it makes it an easy target for you to. Especially now that Sand's got on his back, and you're taller than Reyn is. Yeah, you've got the perfect lined up shot. She never even expects it coming until that same eye hole takes another thing of fire.
Ooh, boy.
So
Really get him in the face with these fire bolts today. Ouch. Anyways.
Ratheen, does she make it down the zip line? Not well. Come here, girl. You're taking some falling damage.
No.
Yeah, she hits the ground at full speed and takes 6 points of falling damage.
Ow. Ow.
She'll live.
I mean, really, it's not even.
Bones.
It's really not even hitting the ground. It's George of the Jungle style hitting the tree. Ratheen.
Graceful.
So yeah, you can. One of her tusks looks a little loose, at this point, and so
She's beauty, she's grace, she's bleeding from the face.
yeah, she runs over, and the only word she's able to get out, as she kind of like spits some blood from it, is orcs, and points over towards the king's pyre statue.
Oh Jesus!
Son of a bitch.
Jesus!
Uh,
We need to go.
Yeah, so now, Çiaran, as it hits your turn, and with your passive perception, you can see it looks to be, now that they've moved in closer, it appears to be 3 orcs who have each kind of just absolutely just murdered those 3 bandits. Each one has two of them have great axes. They're just cleaving through. One has a javelin and just runs right through, just lifts up, and it kind of slides down on the javelin. However, you can also see that coming up behind them, bring up the rear, wielding a banner that is on fire, riding a beast that you know from previous encounters as a warg, seems to be a larger orc who makes a sort of battle cry and lifts the banner higher as they make it across. They're now getting close to the outlaw camp. I'd say they're heading down from that kind of platform where the bandits were.
We need to go now.
Yeah. Well, seeing it's my turn, I gotta finish this fight. Yeah.
Please.
All right. Is there someone within 5 feet of her? An ally?
Sense Gelt position so that he could have the distance. That's going to be a no.
Okay. Shit. 12.
A 12. A 12 is not going to do.
Yeah.
But she is reckless. Did you roll twice?
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
Get that advantage.
Get the advantage.
19.
That will do.
Yeah.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Luckily, she's pretty good at those. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know who I'm telling luckily do. Me, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
So,
It's only 7 piercing.
7 piercing, and then she rolls an unnat 20 for the strength saving throw.
She's good to go.
She doesn't get that leadership bonus anymore because Sahnd is unconscious. Importance is 7. Alright. Gotcha. So, it is back to the top of the initiative. Sahnd is unconscious. So it's just Ruse. Does she get the... Nope, that's a 1, so that doesn't get to come back neither. Cool. So, she's going for wolf blood. She actually walks in between... there's one that's going to go for the wolf and one that's going to go for you, Reyn. She's in it. She's become less and less person. So, and she's going to reckless, of course. So for Çiaran, that is going to be an unnatural 20. And then for Reyn, it's going to be 16.
That does miss.
Alright, so Çiaran, you're going to take this. You're going to take 11 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Okay.
She's able to... I mean, all points are open since you're a dire wolf now.
Right, yeah.
So
fair.
just slashing away, brings one over, and as is typical of people, even if they're raging, swings high, and you're able to duck just low enough, Reyn, to mix it. But as she makes the full swing, you, being such a large creature, Çiaran, have kind of nowhere to duck into this one, and catches you straight in the left, what the wolf equivalent of a shoulder is going to be. I don't know if there's a technical term. I should probably...
I believe it's a shoulder.
Okay, who would have known? But you're able to catch, she's able to catch you and cuts deep into. Gelt, it is your move.
All right, so Ruse is still
Oh yeah.
reckless.
Yes, indeed.
So then I'll just make a regular attack on her then.
With that advantage.
Nope, disadvantage and advantage cancel out.
How long does your darkness last?
So I
Until he
can't
turns it off.
Oh, okay, got it.
with another bonus action. But I'm just gonna stay in here and just make a regular attack against Ruse.
Yeah, you can hear Ruse just.
Wow.
Ah!
You're here. All right, let's see what we can do. No, for a fucking 9.
Yeah, 9 is not gonna do it. You hit table. You hit knocked over table, cutting
That's
through the kind of map that was kind of pinned onto the table. You're not sure what you hit. You're like, I definitely hit something. Reyn, that whip gets a little too close for comfort for you. Speaking of which, Reyn, it's your turn.
And when the whip gets a little bit too close for comfort, he says, "Maybe turn your eyes on," and is gonna roll an attack against Ruse.
They are. It's just dark.
That's what he's saying. You're smart enough to get the subtext now.
Oh yeah, Gelt's not fucking. Oh, God damn it.
That is gonna be a 16 to attack Ruse with my fist.
The doors.
That's gonna be, oh yeah, it's gonna be 9 bludgeoning damage and 6 force damage.
Bludgeoning 6 force, so that's magical. So you're able to come across, and you don't go for the uppercut this time. You go for it. Many people would refer to this as sneaking. It's just sneaking. Pah! Catch her right across, and your fist makes contact, and you can see, but she's clenching so hard you don't get that satisfying click of the jaw, because that's what knocks you out, is if you keep your jaw loose. She's able to clench down hard. You can hear the creaking of her own teeth. She's rather spicy at this point, but still on her feet.
Son of a
Oh my
bitch.
goodness.
Jesus.
All right.
And
well,
now that she's in the light, you can see like every single vein is popping on her. Her skin is bright red. It's almost more bright than the blood that is falling from her different wounds. You can see every bit of muscle straining. It's like it's almost as if she's fighting herself. It is. Anyone who's seen Kengan Ashura, it's the advanced.
Oh God.
I'm glad somebody gets that reference. I didn't know if anybody was going to get that Kengan Ashura, but yes, she is very much. She's got a red advance going.
Goddamn.
joy. Cool. I think that is gonna be my turn. Well, actually, she's like she looks like terrible at this point. You said very spicy.
She looks rather spicy, yes.
Rather spicy.
Yeah.
I am, because even I've noticed the orcs at this point, correct? No.
Ratheen yells it out and points that away.
Right.
So now everyone's
Cool.
looking at it, and as they're, one's carrying a giant burning banner. Yeah, you're able to see them.
Okay, then I am
And they are
going
closing
to.
in.
Got it. I am going to grab and I'm gonna move and incur attacks of opportunity if I need to. But I'm gonna grab Sahnd and start trying to yank him.
All right, she's gonna try to go for it.
And Reckless only applies on your turn. It doesn't apply for reaction attacks.
Yep. I think she's still gonna be able to get you with a 23.
Probably. Oh yeah, that definitely does still smack me. But I've only taken 1 attack this turn, or this entire combat, so eat me.
So
Please hit me.
with that halved, you're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
Alright.
And so yeah, you're able to get 10 feet towards the cave since you've got dwarven little legs. But yes, you are pulling Sahnd away from the fight.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It is now Alder.
Yeah, alright. We're gonna go ahead and cast Chromatic Orb. We gotta bring this wild lady down.
Go for
You
it.
got that.
Ruckus.
Advantage.
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Yes. So that, I believe, just hits again with the 14.
14 does.
Uh, Alder,
And
if
that's
Alder
good.
wasn't so smart, I'd say he was a C student.
Hey, meats is all you need.
Meats,
so that's
meats.
gonna be exactly. That's 17 fire damage on that one.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I just imagine like I've already got her once, just clean in the eye, right? And like I think at this point, like as every bit of her just starts bulging and popping out, it's just like it's almost like throne room scene. Like it's just right at that same mark, but just now just clean hole straight through and just solderized.
You throw, and at first, it's you just see the diamond shoot it through, and it goes right into the hole like a perfect just blink. And then once inside, the fire expands from the diamond. It just like Plea from Legend of Korra, just
Oof.
it just pops the top part of her head like that. Rathine is gonna help you start carrying Sahnd out of there.
Yes, please.
On her turn. It is now the orc's turn. And let's see. What's
Stay
the
far away
movement
from me.
Let's see. What's the movement speed on the? Ooh, yeah. The warg lets out this awful noise, and it dashes towards you all. It's not with 100 feet from there. Yeah, it rounds the corner. It's kind of in that patch in between. And you can now see that riding on top of it is an exceptionally large orc. And does anybody here speak Orcish?
No.
No.
I spit at the proposition.
Çiaran, roll me insight, as you definitely hear the words.
Okay. 24?
Yeah, it's the definitely, even in a language you can't understand, it's the voice on the other end of the sending stone.
Oh.
And you can see, so the warg that it's riding uses its turn to dash 100 feet to get within, from the 10 feet that you're pulling, probably 20 feet away from you, Reyn. And then sees, so what I'm going to refer as the Gnarl, he's going to see a giant direwolf, and that's a fight worth having. So sticks the burning banner into the ground, hops off the warg, and has this just wicked, just very crude but wickedly large great axe. And is going to see the giant direwolf, larger than he is, and is going to go after it. You hear, well, nobody speaks Orcish, so you're not sure what it says. It's going to use its bonus action as aggressive and move up to its speed towards a hostile creature it can see. That's a 7 for the first attack.
Does miss.
And an 18 for the second attack.
That does hit.
You'll take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
The other orcs are... 2 of them are going to dash their full speed. They're probably 20 feet behind. And then one's going to use its movements, and it's going to huck a javelin at... Rathine's only wearing leather armor, so it's going to huck a javelin at Rathine. Ooh. Yikes. Yeah, she's going to take all of that javelin with that crit.
Oh no.
It's 11 plus 5 plus...
No.
So she is going to take... So she takes 14 points of piercing damage as she is helping you get the other side of Sahnd and begins to start to pull him back before from behind a javelin just shoots all the way through her. Had it been any closer, it might have even landed inside of Sahnd, It's a clean shot, but you can see just blood begin to just pour from this wound.
Oof.
Çiaran, it's your move.
Shit. Fuck. Okay, so right now, I'm still in the tent getting attacked by this orc, yes?
Yes.
Alder and Gelt are still here.
Yeah.
Yep, Alder
I'm
is on...
curious by.
Yep, Alder's technically on the outside. Gelt is still... Gelt can't see any of this currently. So you know the black portal, the dark crystal, is Gelt's. Alder's probably, if it's 10 by 10 room, 10 feet away from you to your right. And then another, I'd say, what is it? So if you're 20 feet from there, so probably 30 feet from you is where Reyn and Rathin are, with Sahnd Krulek's unconscious body. Also, and the corpse of Lorg. Well, it's currently covered in tent, so.
Okay.
And then there is, of course, the exploded head corpse of Ruse beneath your feet.
Fuck.
We may have to stand and fight and deal with these orcs.
Yeah. Seems like the only option. Çiaran's going to... Is there even enough space to, like, get around this orc to, like, the front side of the tent, or am I going to have to go through him?
You could strafe around.
Okay, I'm going to strafe around, and best move is going to be to bite first before I try to disengage, so I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Fuck. 11?
11 against Gnarl. No, that's not gonna do.
Yeah, I figured not. Alder's still close. Yeah, she's gonna stay here.
Gotcha. Çiaran holding it down. Okay, so Sahnd and Ruse are gone. That leaves... Interessante. That brings us... It's Gelt at the top now.
That wasn't what I was supposed to... stupid. It's okay.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to cancel out my darkness and take in the situation, and
You remove the darkness, and suddenly there is a big-ass orc. There's a burning banner. You see other orcs running towards. There's a warg behind them. You're looking around. Suddenly Sahnd Krulek's not there. It's a lot to take in immediately.
okay. Shit. I guess I'll go up and engage the orc.
Engage the Gnarl. Gotcha.
Put myself 10 feet away.
Okie dokie. Since Çiaran put herself all the way around behind him, and then if you're going to do 10 feet there, I'd give you guys flanking on that.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you've got two people directly behind, and no way for this orc to deal with the whip attack.
Good stuff. So that gives me advantage, right?
Yes.
Cool. So let me go ahead and do that. Hey, yo. It's going to be an unnat 20.
Nat 20 will do.
Light this motherfucker up.
Right. It's going to be 12 damage.
12 damage. Nice.
Yes.
You do.
Not bad.
The orc has Gnarl has followed Çiaran as tried to strafe around. It was prepared for Çiaran, but wasn't expecting somebody to walk out of that black hole and then suddenly get him with a whip. So yeah, that connects.
Good stuff. I guess I will end my turn there.
Okie dokie. Then it is Reyn.
Got it. So Raythene is still standing.
She's still standing. She looks what we would call for Raythene based on her stuffy stuff. Yeah, she is definitely bloodied from that. More than bloodied. It was. If it wasn't your ally, that would have been a beautiful javelin shot. You haven't seen anybody hit javelins like that since Celis was around.
And he was a master.
That he
Cool.
was.
Yeah. He is just gonna look to Raythene and just say, "Keep going," as he is going to turn. And you said I'm within 30 feet of this orc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He pulls back his fist and just punches forward from where he's at as the ink from his tattoo streams forward, and he makes that attack from 30 feet.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
I'm gonna wreck it because it's still technically a melee attack.
Go for it.
That's a net 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa!
So that's going to be 15 bludgeoning damage and 8 force damage.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah. It flies across, and it's the way this plays out for this orc is putting kind of now that you got a good view, you can see that this orc is in full plate armor. Catching Çiaran's kind of bite on the armor before then getting slashed in the back by Gelt's whip, only to, as he kind of turns around, get hit from the side by the Eldritch Fist.
Big old purple fist.
Yep, of Reyn Ironfist. It really puts the fist in Ironfist.
Truly.
-1 for the DM.
This orc is still standing
Oh,
tall,
yeah.
though, right?
Oh yeah, like you're like, ooh, I rocked him. Yeah, but that orc didn't even seem to stumble.
So this is going to be a weird one. Can I use my bonus action to help stabilize Sahnd further on Raythene so that she has an easier time carrying him?
Yeah, I'd let you.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll make it so that she doesn't have any problems with the actual action of pulling. Gets kind of the fireman carry, so she only needs one arm.
Perfect. Awesome. That is a great use of my bonus action then and my whole turn. Actually, if I helped her just to be able to grab him, then I just move 25 feet closer. Actually, I move closer to the other orcs that are approaching as Reyn just basically like T-poses and is like, "Come at me."
Gotcha. Alder.
Alder will turn towards. You'll see those other orcs that are kind of coming up. That Reyn is going towards, and he'll just reach out a hand, and I will cast Hold Person, and they are humanoid, so it works this time. I'll use my 10 portent on that for their saving roll. So the one that is closest coming towards him should be paralyzed.
Indeed. So one of the ones that has their own great axe just stops in place. Axe in air, just
Yeah,
it immediately stops.
And I'll yell out too. I can hold them for a bit, but I'm running low.
As that one is my target on my turn then.
Gotcha. Raythene is going to continue to pull Sahnd Krulek away. With help, she's able to make it into the cave, so you see both of them thump, get out of there. It
Good,
is
she's
now.
got that cover.
Yeah, so it is now. So the warg is going to sees. Well, the warg sees another giant direwolf. That's a fight on sight, buddy. As his wargs are wont to do. So it's going to try to. So
Bite my butt.
yeah, well, I mean, it's got flanking on you.
Wow.
It works both ways.
No.
It's a sandwich. It's Gelt,
Yeah, it really
Gnarl,
is.
Siren, Warg.
Seriously.
So that's gonna be a 19.
What do you
Make me a
do?
strength saving throw.
Ah. That's good, actually. 17?
17. You are not knocked prone.
Sweet.
And you are only going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
That is just enough to poof me back into caster.
Oh!
Oof.
Okie dokie. Then, so that's the Warg's turn. Then it's Gnarl's turn. And suddenly there's a swishy spellcaster right there. Eep. So that's there it be. So
Shit.
yeah, because neither. Ooh. Yeah, no, you're the only one because Gelt's 10 feet back and Reyn with his dwarven legs didn't run towards that fight. So it's gonna make the 2 attacks. That's a crit.
Oh my god, of course he crit on me.
And then
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
the
We're okay. We're fine.
the second one is a 19.
It also hits, yeah.
Okie dokie. So this first one
Sweet
from
fucking Jesus.
from
I cannot believe you crit on me. You bastard, man.
Siren, you're gonna take 28 points of slashing damage.
So yeah, she hit 0, and the life well tattoo activates.
Ooh! Keeps you on your
Shit.
feet. So that's the first attack.
Yeah,
The-
this one will absolutely knock her down, though.
Yes,
no
the
matter
second
what.
one. So there's the first one, and it dives in, and you can feel the blade start to get towards your heart, and then you feel all of your tattoo kind of coalesce in one area and stop it
I
from
like to
going
imagine
further.
that like he dug the blade like crazy far in and was sure that she was just like dead immediately, and she just like looks at him and just spits blood in his face.
And says something in Orcish, which would be really cool if you guys spoke it.
Mm-hmm.
Says something in Orcish, brings it back in. This time, just the weight of it just drops you to the floor.
Yeah.
So, one orc is going to try to get out. Would you imagine that wisdom isn't his best throw? Nope, not with that. Not with that. 7. So that orc stays in place. The 2 other orcs are going to continue to move forward. Doesn't have enough to get there. So one's able to make it into the melee and is going to head towards you, Reyn. And is going to make one single attack with a great axe. Alright, that's a 12.
That misses.
So, it's been a once again, this is a big orc. That's a short dwarf. Always never high enough. Siren, make me a death saving throw.
I shall. 17.
17. Click 1 success. Okie dokie. That brings us back to the top with Gelt.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make another attack against the orc.
Indeed, you are.
Do I still get a advantage on this? Or...
Not on this one. Siren is
Okay,
now
no problem.
unconscious.
Ah, shit. Like, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pump a, what's it called? Goddamn, why am I being stupid? Cure Wounds into Siren?
Yeah.
Keeping us both up.
That's right.
You can.
Everyone needs to be here.
Oh,
So that
thank
is going to be a 9.
9 points. Çiaran. And you are back to consciousness, in much pain, but alive.
Yeah. And then I want to use my bonus action to activate my tattoo.
Activates his
You
ghost
can all
step.
Go see.
That's right. That faint blackness surrounds him yet again.
All right, Reyn.
Reyn is so the one that's paralyzed. Is it within 30 feet of me?
Within 30 feet of you, where they had to go. Yeah.
Good. Good. As Reyn is going to, while this one has come up to try and engage him, he does flick his fist towards the paralyzed one, and is going to make an attack.
Do so with advantage.
Yeah, because paralyzed. So that's going to be 17 plus 6 for 23, and because he's paralyzed, auto crit.
Yep, correct on all accounts.
Yeah, this is why you use this spell. So that's going to be 16 points of bludgeoning and 9 points of force.
16 of bludgeoning, 9 of force. The fist goes through the air, and the fist hits the chest and then keeps going, and goes straight through the heart of this orc. And his body is just and doesn't move at all. And there's just a almost Kung Fury style hole straight in the middle of this orc's chest. Alder, you feel you feel the magic disappear, but the body does not fall.
Wow.
Good times.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, that's literally why you use that spell as a spellcaster. Like, set up those murders. Cool. I am just gonna stick right here with this orc that's actually in my biz.
All right. Then it is Alder. You feel your spell's power deplete, not because you finished casting it, but because whole person doesn't work on corpses.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no whole corpse power, but what would it do? You know?
Not yet. You know that there are schools for that.
True. Good point. Yeah. How bad is the orc that's like over here that just took out Çiaran? How's he looking right now?
Not even bloodied.
Not even bloodied.
Help them.
We're gonna go for it. Whole person on him.
Okay. Let's see if
Wisdom save.
Wisdom, would you believe once again, not the highest one. That's a 14.
Oh, it beats!
Oh, no! Oh,
Ugh.
tragedy strike.
Plus 0 to that.
I tried. I knew it would be like a straight roll. Dang.
Oh.
That's too bad.
And you used your
That's
portents.
brutal.
Traded it out. I get you. Devastating.
Devastating.
It does alert this thing to your presence, though.
Eep.
All right. Rathine is out of there, so this warg is gonna seize you there, Gelt. Is gonna make an attack.
Okay. Please no.
Yes, that is going to be. What do wargs do? That is an unnatural 20.
So bad.
That would hit, but I'm going to use my reaction to increase my AC to 21.
Gotcha. So it starts to come at you, and you're able to get the whip in its teeth and stop it just in time. You can feel kind of the force behind it. You're like, it's fucking strong. But it's not your first time seeing a creature such as this. Then Gnarl is going to. Oh, there's a nice little spellcaster over there that just tried to do some magic to its brain. That makes a Gnarl very angry. So Gnarl's going to make his way over. Çiaran, you are prone on the ground, but you would have an opportunity of attack if you wanted to.
She will absolutely take it. Is that disadvantage?
Indeed.
A stab.
Okay. Fuck, that disadvantage ruined it. It's only a 9.
9. Yeah, 9's not gonna. Unfortunately, not. You hear it spelled tink. As your blade makes it done, the Gnarl doesn't even take a second look as he makes his way over to you, Alder, and he's gonna do 2 attacks.
Jesus.
Alright.
Oh god.
The first one is going to be a 13.
Does not hit.
The second one is going to be an 18.
Does hit.
All right, brings it
Mage
down.
armor save me potentially. We'll see. Ooh.
You are going to take 7 points of slashing damage. The first one, the armor's able to deflect it, but it brings the second one down in the same spot and breaks through. All right, that is Nara's turn. One of the orcs is dead. The other orc is in front of you, Reyn, so it's going to make an attack.
Do it.
With that critical fail, it's not. It's going to basically huck that great axe. Let's see. Yep, that great axe is going to go straight into Gnarl. Because it rolled another one. That's back-to-back crit fails.
Wow.
So Gnarl is going to take 8 points of slashing damage. As it goes above Reyn and leaves his hand and catches Gnarl right into the side. So breaks through, and you hear almost a as it digs in. He one hand and pulls the great axe and lets it drop to the ground next to him. That looks a little bit bloody. You can see there's a fresh wound pouring through. So that's it. And then there's the one other orc. Yeah, saw that going down. Sees Gnarl doing his thing. Seems that one. Yeah, is gonna... Gelt, you're looking mighty tasty.
Hopefully not.
Alright, that's going to be a 21.
That do hit.
Alright. You're gonna take 13 points of slashing damage.
Is it halved because I'm resistance?
It is, so that would be 7 points.
Okay.
Oh, you ghosty motherfucker.
That's right.
Yes. You feel it, and it's almost as if like the upper layers of your skin are still able to be hit, but as it goes in deeper, it's like your bones themselves just don't catch, so you don't feel it dig into your bones the way a true hit does. All right, Çiaran.
Çiaran rolls over and gets onto her hands and knees and looks up at the orc attacking Alder and flies into a bit of a blood frenzy and uses her last B shape to go back into a direwolf and try to knock this fucker over.
All right, go ahead and
Bite
try.
him. That's a fucking with pack tactics. It's a 22 to
22
hit.
will hit.
So it's strength saving throw.
All right, he rolls a 20 for the saving throw, so he's not knocked
Yeah.
prone, but he will take the damage.
It is maximum damage for 15 piercing.
How do you?
15?
So just
Yikes.
bite him right on the back of the fucking shoulder.
Yeah, you hop up and you can feel teeth. You can feel that bone-on-bone sensation of teeth on bone.
Mm-hmm. Just
there is
insane and nasty snarling going on.
Gotcha. It goes back to the top with Gelt.
All right, I want to.
Ooh, Çiaran, as you do that, the other orc is going to take an opportunity of attack against you.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the 16.
Do hit.
You can take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
So yeah, I was able to get one against you. Ooh, that's a double dose because that's a warg as well.
Dang it! I was hoping you'd forget.
Yeah, sorry, that's an 18. Make me a strength saving throw.
It's bastard man.
but in your direwolf form.
Yeah.
Strength saves here.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I missed that. 10.
You are knocked prone on your way over, so you never actually get to Gnarl. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I was attacking Gelt and it whips around and fucking knocks me over. Are you serious?
You turned back into a giant direwolf.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
So you are knocked prone. You can use half your movement to get up. I still think that gives you 25 feet, so you could still make it there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the attack still happens.
Only because you're in this form, because you got the extra movements.
Good.
So,
Okay, good.
but
What was the damage on the warg by
11.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
They are so I mean, it's what the orcs ride in Lord of the Rings.
I'm
One part
aware.
wolf, one part hyena.
Fuck
All
hyenas.
parts gross. Okie dokie. Back to now. It's up to you, Gelt. Apologies.
Okay, that is still perfectly fine. So, I will make an attack on this creature still in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 17 do?
17 does do.
Okay, so-
They only appear to be wearing hide armor compared to this Gnarl.
Okay, so it's gonna be 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Yeah, you bring the whip down and you get a solid gash on this orc. And standing in front of you now, it clearly taller than you, but smaller compared to the one that Çiaran and the rest of the party is engaged with. But you
Okay.
leave a deep blow. I would say they're immediately bloodied.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and activate another charge of my tattoo. Who else is around me? Like, not enemy-wise.
You can see that there's this orc in front of you, the orc that's in front of Reyn, and then the orc that is in between Çiaran and Alder.
Okay. Cool.
All the other bandits seem to have been have either run or have been killed. Raytheon has absconded away with Sand's body for the time being. So right now, this is the fight, and there's of course the warg that is close to you as well. So
Okay, and he's like within 5 feet of me, I'm guessing.
from where you're at, technically 10, because they're close enough to get Çiaran, and they're 10 by 10 form. You positioned yourself to the side of that, so you're not 5 feet from the warg. You are 5 feet from the orc.
Okay, so shit, I can just only stand where I'm at then. So.
I mean, they both use
whatever.
their opportunity of attack to hit Çiaran, so they don't have a reaction.
Okay, cool. Then I was going to go ahead and just position myself 30 feet away, or as far as I can away from them, come dip in and out.
You back up 30 feet. Nobody can stop you. So Gelt backs up 30 feet. Reynglian.
There's an orc in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
But it just has fists now, right?
It does still have a javelin, but it's not equipped
Okay.
with said javelin right now.
Okay.
It is now empty-handed in front of you.
And does Gnarl happen to be within 30 feet of me?
Yes, indeed.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this fucking cheeky split decision style that I've been doing, and keep this guy here right next to me, but once again flick my fist back and try to hit Gnarl instead.
Go for it.
Wreck!
Reckless.
That's gonna be a non-natural 20 to hit.
Non-natural 20 to hit will hit.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So that is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning and 5 points of force for a total of 15.
Love to see
Yeah,
it.
it's another huge hit. to Gnarl, you can see that he begins to slow down the power going into just trying to stay on said feet. So, yes, looking rather hurt at this point.
And yeah, he's going to after turning his head and flicking his fist back, just looking right back up at this orc, and the orc's not gonna understand it, but just lets out just a string of dwarvish obscenities.
I bet it would be really, really mad if it understood what you just said to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha.
Still doing it though.
Alder.
Alrighty. Is there any way I can... You'll know what I'm going for here. Is there any way I can strafe around the big bad orc that's on me in a way where someone would not be... where allies are not within, like, the 15-foot cone? Because I don't really know what the layout looks like. Just let me know if that's actually doable.
Yeah, Reyn is far enough away, so it's just strafing not to hit Çiaran. So if you get from the side, because it's not like she shares the same space, so you would be able to straight to the side to not hit Çiaran if you wanted to Burning Hands.
Yeah, almost kind of like a quick like basketball juke. He'll kind of strafe over and put out his fingers, and we'll go ahead and cast Burning Hands. So that is a dex save, please.
All right, that's a 7.
That fails, so he will take full damage. And that's going to be 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage. How would you like to do this?
Yes! Yes!
Alder!
Yeah, I feel like Alder, like, after taking that hit, he's almost kind of stumbling as he's trying to get to the side here. And, like, as he stretches out his index fingers, it's almost like he's just pointing the cone completely up as he's just looking at this fucking massive orc above him and just consumes him with that whole cone, like, from the toes to the head, just all the way up.
Absolutely. The armor turns bright red, and by the time this 6 seconds of flame is done, all that seems to be left is just basically this red armor.
Fuck yes.
Beautiful.
Wow.
As the armor tink 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 lands on the ground, and you can see that it's burning some of like the grass and other vegetation beneath where this orc was once standing.
That's insane. Good job, Alder.
So the orc in front of you, as seeing their leader get turned into that, the two orcs disengage and begin to retreat, running back the way they came. The warg, however, is loyal to the death and is going to full speed come at you, Alder. So, boom, boom, boom. It's going to make an attack against you.
All right.
Do you have any spell slots left, Alder?
I'm all out. I've tapped on all of it.
That's what I figured.
That is an unnatural 20. Make me a strength saving throw.
Alrighty.
Curious if you had one last burst for a shield, but no.
Yeah, so obviously that do hit. An okay roll. That's a 17 strength.
You are not knocked prone.
Good job.
Cool.
You are still going to take 14 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Ooh. Alrighty.
You still up?
Hello?
I am up. I'm at 7
Wow.
HP right now.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah, you've barely taken much this
Sweet
fight. Yeah.
lordy. All right. So yeah, we're back to the top with Gelt.
Kill that Borg.
So I'm gonna go ahead and run up and make an attack on it.
Since you used all 30 feet to run backwards, you're not going to be able to get in range in this turn.
That's fine.
Yeah, you dipped out, so you can't dip back in that quickly. You could use your action to dash and definitely get there.
Please do so we can start moving after. We need to start running.
Yeah,
I guess okay. Then I will.
Yeah, you're smart enough to know that that's the plan now.
You are able to dash and get in that space. Then it is you, Reyn. You can see that these that the burning banner is now beginning to almost snuff out. You can see that those two orcs are just moving past the tents. They're not even stopping. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, not with disadvantage.
Mhm. Hey, that's pretty good for once. I got a 17.
You are expecting to hear the sound, that more of that rumbling, but the rumblings seems to have stopped. There hasn't been any more shrieking. It's gotten, besides this warg in front of you and hearing those orcs running, it's gotten quiet.
Really quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to finish this and just get the fuck out. Okay, so it's my turn.
Yeah, it sounds. You're expecting to hear the sounds of battle still, but there isn't any.
Oh boy.
Okay. Then yeah, if the orc that was fighting me disengaged, Reyn is going to. I don't think I can get right up to Gnarl, but as long as I am still within 30 feet, I can make an attack.
Yeah, you'd be able to make attack against the warg.
Your robot voice.
Any better?
Yep, that is better.
Cool. Yeah, it's still been acting up, but it's been better today than it has been the whole week. 24 to hit.
24 will hit the warg.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't say it ahead of time, but I meant to. I did draw the liar again now.
Okie dokie.
Oh! As I do 14 points of piercing damage and 2 force.
14 and 2 force. Alright. Got it. Was not expecting that, I'll tell you what. Alright.
Yeah.
You do some solid damage. So, that I believe brings us to Alder.
Alright, so I've got that one orc right in front of me here, right?
Warg.
Oh, it's just the warg now.
Have I gone since
What's
all
the
this
warg?
last time?
Oh, I think we skipped over Çiaran.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Çiaran, go ahead.
Okie dokie, I'm gonna bite the work.
Okay.
Hecatecutics.
Yeah.
Net 20.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, girl.
Yes.
So that's
Get
15 plus another 3 for 18 piercing damage.
For 18, how would you like to do this?
Yay!
Beautiful.
Yeah, so salty after getting knocked down a few seconds ago. She is salty. Çiaran is gonna like just plow into the side of this thing, like jaws like wrapped around its neck, and it's gonna just slam its head into the ground and just keep slamming it as she like gnaws into its neck and kills it.
Just,
Yay!
and you hear the sound of the neck snapping off this, and now it's just a rag doll, like a dog who gets a toy.
Yeah.
It shakes it around in their mouth. That's Çiaran with this warg's body. Çiaran, roll me with a perception check with advantage, since you have keen hearing and smell.
That's 19.
A 19, that'll do. You can smell fire burning towards the east. But what you hear is you do hear cries for help coming up above the cliffs. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that was wild.
That was
I mean-
ridiculous. Oh my god.
We
Real-
asked for
real-
two forces.
Thank you, chat, for listening. It's been great. If you want to watch this later, check it out on YouTube. We'll close it down here because now we're just going to talk D&D, and that's for us and not for you guys. So, bye, chat.
Bye,
See you,
chat.
chat.
I